welcome back to another episode. Happy Saturday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. So obviously we got a release. We got Spider-Man 3, black suit with Toby's new head sculpt on it. And obviously we're gonna go over what Mike hasn't spoken about, which is Cassian, K2SO, and there might be something else. I want to say Dark Side Anakin. So we'll see what we get into, guys. I didn't even change any of this. All right, let me change. Let me say hello to you guys real quickly. Let's see. Oh my God, look at the chat. Wow, guys, you guys are on fire already. Let me get this set up real quickly. Where am I? Here we go. All right, so that's not it. I think this is it. That's not it. Let's see. I think this is it. There we go, guys. There we go. All right, guys. So, like I said, not much going on. We got some tariff conversations going. We got some information from Sideshow as well that we're going to get into. Shout out to Rudy for the information. All right, so let's get started, guys. Let's see who's in here, and then we'll get going. Let's see who's here. Carlos, my friend, welcome. Nice to see ya. Welcome. Happy Saturday to you and everybody.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
Guys, there's 21 of you guys here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. Don't make me ask you twice. Let's start off tonight the right way. Just come in, hit the like, sit back, and enjoy. Fabs was rocking nice. Sending my regards down. Sure. I will be listening while I'm driving home. Don't drink and drive, okay? Be careful, my friend. We got Uncarded in the house. Welcome, Mike.
Hello!
Strap up and buckle in. Fabulous still recovering from last night's Razzie. No Diddy. Unbelievable. Yes, we got a winner. Talia won. So she has made her choice also. She has chosen the Mark 80 D23. So that'll be shipping on Monday to Germany. Okay, Germany. We got Christian in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
Thank you for being here. Welcome. Let's see. We got Gerardo in the house. Look at you.
Hello!
Welcome. Bo.
How you doing?
Bob, you got to check Instagram once in a while. Let me see. Oh, never mind. No, you don't think so? I don't know. I think people do. I think because I would have been asked. You know what I mean? I would have been asked. Ash, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see who's in. We got Lou.
How you doing?
What up? My 1/6 collector just dropped 150 on a Bane 2.0 head sculpt. Look at that. What a garbage. Sculpt alone, I just can't wiggle 400 plus on the secondary market right now on Bane. Yep, I told you guys, Bane was another figure besides it was Bane, and what was the other figure that I had to overpay on? Bane, and there was something else. Oh, Supergirl. Bane and Supergirl. Bane, I didn't pre-order because I was like, oh, it'll be available. Wrong. So I paid an extra, I want to say something like 30-ish, $40 from Brandon, which again, I'll take it all day long. No Diddy. And then Supergirl was another one that I didn't pre-order thinking they would be available. Nope. So yeah, it's crazy. And that Bane, like immediately sold out and then boom, shot up right away. So yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see who else is in the house. We got Sean in the house. Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you.
Hello!
He says, hello there. Will Faz be late?
Wrong.
I don't think so.
He said, "You know it." Oh my god!
How dare you?
Unbelievable. No respect. No raffle stream prediction. Oh my god!
How dare you?
Have you ever heard of a psyop?
Oh man, this guy. Moose is here for once. Nice to see you, Moose. You weren't here yesterday and you almost won. Unreal.
Hello!
Unreal. Hello, community of collectors. Does anyone really collect? Does anyone really collect in here? Oh my god. No respect. No respect. Let's see what else is there. We got Big Dog in the house. Welcome, my friend. Nice to see ya. Welcome.
Hello!
Let's see who else is in the house tonight with us. Oh my god. Good morning.
Early arrival.
Yeah, it's the first time ever on time. We got Big Dog in the house. Let's see who else is in here. Thank you for being here, my friend. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. There's 24 of you guys in here already. We got Talia raffle winner. Look at you. Welcome. Nice to see.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let me see who else is in the house, and we'll get started right away. All right, I think I got everybody. Oh, we got Leo in the house. Leo, my friend, welcome. Welcome. Let's see who else is here. Fabi, someone said that you should put the wisdom to Matt. He said someone said. No respect. Dan Spez, new viewer here. Welcome. Hopefully you come in peace. I don't want to have to annihilate tonight. So welcome. Bow. Here we go, starting off hot early. Let's go. Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Hope everyone's doing great. What's up, Modoc Mike? All right. So, guys, we're going to get started right away. So, first and foremost, we're going to start with the new announcement. So, the new release, right? So, we got this beauty out. We got Spider-Man 3, right, from the Tobey Maguire movie, the last Tobey Maguire movie that was supposed to be not the last one. They were going to do a Spider-Man 4, apparently, that never came out. That was never even started production, which is when he left, I believe. So, now, this is, again, something that Hot Toys has made in the past. The difference was, number one, there was no symbiote on it whatsoever, because back then they were not making any of that. You have crappy webbing with the figure, right? The body is very, very old, so very, very crappy. It is an updated figure from the original red Spider-Man by Hot Toys, that was the worst. That one came with the broken ankle issue, right? Because those bodies are complete trash. So the black one is slightly better. That body now is complete garbage. I for those who follow me on social media, you guys know I posted today. The head sculpt it's a great head sculpt of Toby. The only thing is he's very not very the hair is short, right? It's supposed to be from before he did this to it. Right, so we got that look from Hot Toys years ago, and now we have an update with the actual movie accurate hair. Not movie accurate because the first one wasn't inaccurate; it was just from before he went like this to his hair. Literally, that's the only difference. So they gave us this hair this time. Obviously, because Hot Toys has gotten so much better over the years when it comes to design, when it comes to engineering, when it comes to development. Right now we're getting a lot of symbiotes, a lot of accessories, a lot of cool things that we were not getting in the past. We were getting mostly bases, right? Sculpted bases, a lot of bigger things, but usually was a base, not so much accessories. As you see here, we got this symbiote head with the tongue, and then we got the one. This one is 100% movie accurate from that movie, specifically from when he was in the church. When what's his name? Topher Grace was in the church and the symbiote was falling on him, right, from the top, from the tower. And once he fully, gets covered in it, that jump, that scene at the end when he's fully covered and he jumps at you, right? That's how the scene ends. This is what it looks like, exactly like this. It's crazy. So very, very movie accurate. So Michael, have you collected anything Spider-Man from the original releases from Hot Toys? Is this going to be your first one, or are you even going to bother with this?
No, I have. I don't know what you're talking about with the original, but I have most of the Spider-Man stuff.
What do you mean the original? There's a Spider-Man 3 black suit with Tobey Maguire.
Oh, you're talking about from the original movie?
Right, from Spider-Man 3 came with they had a regular version. It came the deluxe came with the Sandman base with the fist.
Oh no, I did get that.
Right, that's the 3. One. Right, that's the Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
So you do have it.
Yeah, I do have that.
All right. So how do you feel about the new one? Do you like it? Obviously, for those who have the original one, actually let me pull it up right now because it's really important for you guys to see.
No, I think this looks good. I think this actually, looks good. The sculpted hair. Come on, man. Looks good.
Yeah, the sculpted hair looks very good.
Can't hear you. Hold on. Oh, you're going to grab your dumpy old figure?
Yep. All right, I got it.
The original one is pretty shitty.
Oh no, it's really bad. It's really bad. So I want to show you guys because the body, look how sleek, right? Look how natural this looks. Look how accurate to Tobey this looks, right? Now look at this trash. So as you can see, the shoulders alone, very, very rounded off, very, very crappy looking now, right? It doesn't look very natural. The body, very, very soft now. The head sculpt pops right off, doesn't even stay. I guess from over the years of just, being stretched out, no diddy. The neck, wobbly, super wobbly. So compared to the new one, I can guarantee you, it's going to be, the new one's going to be way better, 100% way better. And so I would never get rid of this either way, which is why I have everything. Just because now with the new one, this is why I love having the old stuff. So you can put them side by side. And for example, let's say I didn't make a custom with the Tobey Maguire head, which I did, right? I made a Peter Parker with the head that comes with this figure. If I hadn't done that, I would have probably had 2 of these, right? One for the head sculpt, one for the mask. It's not necessary. Now with the second one that's being made, I could have, which I'm making a second custom of what do you call it? Of Tobey, which I think I showed you guys a while ago. So I'm having him with the suit under, as you can see. And then I'm going to use that new head sculpt that he got from Hot Toys for this figure on screen. And I'm going to make it as a dark Peter Parker when he does his hair and then he tucks in, he hides the suit under. So that's coming very soon, guys. I hope the head sculpt fits on this body. This is a Metacom Real Action Heroes figure outfit of that Spider-Man 3 figure, Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker. And so I removed the clothes. I used the regular 1/6 scale body, and that's what I'm planning on doing with that. So we'll see what happens. Now, Michael, how do you like it? Excited, not excited? Are you getting this? Are you not getting this?
I mean, I didn't pre-order it or anything like that, but I think it looks good. It makes me want to get it.
It'll be available. Yeah, it'll be available if you get it later on. This is not something that's going to sell out by any means. This is not something that, I don't think anybody's going really crazy over this. Again, very cool piece, a very new piece overall, right? A lot of the accessories, the base, the diorama, the webbing, right? All the symbiotes, which again, we never got any of this for any other Spider-Man figures because
the ship started shipping last week.
It came out yesterday. So I'm assuming starting to ship yesterday or today. Or maybe Monday. I don't know what because remember that it's Saturday here, it's Sunday over there. So probably tomorrow. How do you like
that
this?
sculpted hair? Like sculpted hair just does such a better job. I don't know.
I was gonna say, how do you like the hair? How do you like the
I
symbiote?
mean, how do you not? How do you not? Like, just come on. Just you have eyeballs, right? Like, how does that not look so much better than? Like, if this was Artisan, I would hit. It's just it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't hit the same.
Question. No, that's a good point. How do you think? Number one, how do you think this would have done as an artisan, and how do you think it would look as an artisan?
I don't think it works, right? I don't know. And how straight that is, and having that little piece like there, that little strand, exactly where you need it to be.
But you don't think artisan will be able to hold that like there permanently?
Nope.
Even with all that product?
Nope.
He's like, nope. Oh my!
You might be able to hold it for a moment. You pull it out of the box.
But do you own any artisan figures?
Fuck no.
See, this is why this is a perfect example, guys. So I can tell you that with the amount, again, owning artisan, right? Jack Sparrow, the two Jokers, Anakin, Wonder Woman, right? So far, every single one that's been released. I can tell you from just what I've seen, specifically Anakin's hair is so stiff with product. That thing is not going anywhere. And you
might as well be sculpted then if it's that.
Exactly. The hair is so stiff, you don't move it, you can't move it, right? You could try to move it, but it'll be really hard to move.
So it's like gelled hard hair is like
correct. It's like glued styled hair 100%. So because of that, I can tell you that if they decide to make that little strand of hair and glue the hell out of it and keep it there stiff, it'll stay there forever. Because that's how they work that hair, with literally glue. So it stays stiff. It's not like, oh, it's flowy, let me mess with it. You can't mess with it even if you try.
I get what you're saying. It's rigid as all hell.
Correct. Like you could try sitting there messing with it. It's not going to do it. The Joker hair, though, because of whatever product they use on it, it flakes. Like the back where it's supposed to be loose, if you mess with it, and you have to mess with it, which is what I didn't like about it, that if you want to mess with the eyes on that purple coat Joker, you have to go in the back of the head, remove a whole chunk of hair with the compartment, and the more you do that, the green on the hair keeps flaking off and falling off, and it makes a mess on the desk. So that I didn't like. Why would they do that? Why can't they just do like they did the Imposter Joker, which was what? You remove the head sculpt, you get the tool under the neck, and you mess with the eyes that way. I don't know why they had to make a compartment for the purple coat Joker, but then again, they had to do it for the tongue. That's why they did it. That's the only reason why they did it. Remember, for the Imposter Joker, there was no tongue option to stick the tongue in. That's why they didn't need to make a compartment for it, right? So for the purple coat, you needed to have a big enough opening to insert the tongue if you wanted that look. So I get why they did it. I hate it. Right? If they needed to do that, what they could have done was leave it alone to get under it with the tool, right under the neck with the tool. And if you wanted to display it with the tongue, then you would have to open up the back compartment to stick the tongue in. I think that should have been perfect. Because guess what? If I weren't going to use the tongue, then I don't need to open the compartment. I could just mess with the eyes from the outside and not touch the hair.
I mean, this just makes an argument for sculpted hair all day long. It
looks great. It looks really good. This hair specifically looks very good. And I can tell you in hand, it's going to look even better.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, me looking at this, I do want this figure. Seeing it, what the release looks like, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks very good. And the likeness is there 1,000%. Actually, let me show you guys. Let me compare both of you so you guys can see. Thule, my friend, welcome.
Hello!
Let me show you guys the old Toby head sculpt.
Yeah, this head sculpt is one of the better ones for sure.
And it's crazy to say, this, but even this head sculpt from Hot Toys from that long ago, it is still perfect. Besides the hair, obviously, which again, it's not inaccurate. It is not. Look at that. You gotta tell me he don't look insane?
Yeah,
Perfect.
but that new one is improved for sure.
No. Of course, absolutely. Again, the hair makes it, completely different figure. But you're gonna tell me that this is bad, that this is old, that this is, crappy now?
Well, I mean, I can't see the way you gotta you gotta bring him up.
No, hold on. I'm trying to focus. There we go. See? So you're
Yeah,
gonna
it's not that good.
what's not that good?
That sculpt is not
You
that.
are
That
in.
doesn't look. Come on.
You are
Come
insane.
on. Right now, we're all
Right.
looking at this side by side right now, and if
Right.
everyone can obviously see one looks exactly like Toby and one doesn't.
Absolutely wrong. This may not be perfect, but this is perfect for what it is and for its time.
Jesus Christ.
Look at that. Look at that. You're gonna tell
Okay,
me
all
that?
right. Maybe that angle right there.
That's
Like
what I'm
move him
saying.
all the way to the right,
That's
so that
what
I
I'm
can't see 3/4 of his face. And now I see.
No way. Look at that. That's Tobey Maguire 1,000%.
I know
So-
you love hot toys. I know.
No, but it's that's what it is. It's a fact. It's a fact that it looks great still, So that's the thing, right? You don't have to get it if you don't like it. But I'm telling you that this old head sculpt is still great. Again, the hair is the only thing that's whatever, but it is what it is. Let me see, where am I? Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. There's 33 of you guys in here, and thank you guys for being here as well. Tuli, how many likes? This is fire. Looks gorgeous. How often do you pose your OG blacks? Never, actually. It sits on top of its Sandman base, because I got the deluxe with the Sandman base. So what I do is, to fit in the D12, I have them posed up like this with the clamp on it, so he could fit on the inside the case on top of that base, which is crazy. It does fit. But no, I don't pose my stuff. The only time I will pose it is when I take it out of the case to take the pictures, and I'll pose it in the moment for the picture, and then it'll go back in the case exactly how it was when I
don't think I actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I ever took that head sculpt out of the box.
Really? You just left the figure like that, black?
I just left the figure in the black outfit and never took that head sculpt out.
Why? Maybe because you didn't like that it was the short hair?
I just don't.
Because that was the one complaint back then. I don't know if you remember when that figure came out. Everybody was like, "Oh, the short hair. Why? He's supposed to have the long, the emo hair." That was the thing, the emo hair. They kept saying.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I don't. He definitely doesn't have a head sculpt on him.
Christian says, "I still love the old school black suits from Sorry 3. Yes, they would still look great side by side. Absolutely, 100%. Which I'm glad I have. Both, because again, I can guarantee that the new one will be slightly bigger than the old one. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I think it will be. Height wise, I mean, not so much muscular wise, but height wise. Bully Maguire is coming. Bully Maguire. Typical Faz was talking about wobbling neck, dittiness. Michael, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
How you doing?
Welcome. Christian said, wait, what did it? Good evening, collectors. Happy Saturday. 20-minute nap turned into 6 hours sleep set.
You didn't order multiples on this, huh?
Of what?
This one?
No. I have been getting multiples of many. The last multiples I recently got were Thor from Love and Thunder, Mighty Thor from Love and Thunder.
All right, those are 2 mistakes. Go ahead.
No, they look awesome. What else? Multiples. I've gotten the last 3PO with Salacious Crumb.
All right, that's a smart one.
I've gotten I think that's it. Not many doubles really lately. Again, if I am gonna get a double, what I'm doing is I'll get the original, my first, and then I'll wait, whether it's a few weeks or a few months, and then get it for you, whether it's cheaper, whether it's used, if I can find the used for cheaper. The trick with the used stuff is, and it doesn't work all the time, but the trick with the used stuff is this. If you're able to get the figure within a certain amount of weeks after it was released for slightly cheaper, I always jump on it. Because I know that the figure is going to be pretty much brand new, right? The problem is, depending where you get it from, like we talked about before, these people can chew on the figure. They'll destroy the figure. This is missing. This is broken. And again, within weeks of the figure being released. How? Don't ask me, but it happens all the time. So when I see an opportunity like that, I take it all the time. Why would I not want to get a brand new figure that just came out for whether it's $30 off, $40 off, $50 off, $60 off. So that's how I'll get my second. Again, if I feel like getting it, if it's something that I feel like I need. If it's not something that I need in a rush, I'll just wait. I'll just wait as long as I want.
Right.
What was the last time you got a double anything?
Well, I just ordered a double, but the last time I got a double
of which one? What double? What?
Oh, geez, it had to have been an Iron Man figure.
Oh, probably.
You know what I mean? I probably get like a Mark V suit up. Maybe that might have been a double. Or no, you know what? One of the Chrome Iron Men, the black and gold.
Oh, the Mark 7 black and gold.
Yeah, that I got a double of.
Yeah, that's a good one. I got two of those too, just for a rainy day. You never know.
Yeah.
And that's a great looking suit too. Christian says, "Howdy, welcome Terminator." Ernesto, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
I own an artisan Sarah. That is not artisan by any means whatsoever, Michael. Oh my God, that's doll hair 101 right there. Yeah, that's old unmasked head sculpt still holds. Absolutely, no, it's great. It's great. You don't have to like it, but it's great. As a Tom Cruise. That's an old mask still. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. But the thing is, Mike doesn't really know. He said he never used this, so he can't appreciate it. He don't even have it. He can't even look at it right now.
I look at it. Opinions are like assholes, right? I don't see that old head sculpt pulling up, man. I just don't. I don't see it. I see this one as lights out gorgeous. Like this one is fantastic.
He said opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one and they all stink. Michael, unreal. All right, so what would you rate this 1 to 10, and how would you display it, which is the important part now that you got all these options?
Well, I have him already in the unmasked. Like I don't need all this bullshit, I really don't.
But you have who? You have who in the unmasked?
I have the masked version already, right? So I have the black suit,
right.
Which I think I think that actually holds up fine. You
think
the body, like I don't know what my body's not as floppy as that as yours, but I got it in a dynamic pose, and it's I'm gonna do it just like this, right? I'm gonna have him with the head sculpt like this, looking badass.
No symbiotes on it, none of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna order him for sure. I see that he's available on Pop Culture, but he's in pre-order status still.
Correct. He just came out yesterday, so he's still available.
So yeah, I'll keep an eye.
But again, I don't think he's going anywhere. He's not that type of figure. Again, he looks great, so it's not like it's a bad figure, but he's not that figure that everybody's like, oh my God, you know what I mean?
No, I don't think people are racing for this one. No way.
Right, exactly. But it is a great figure. Look at all the symbiote. Look at all that. It's a badass figure. Badass looking figure, and it's going to be, for me, it's going to be tough trying to figure out how I'm going to display it because there's so many options. Like, for example, this here with the head sculpt, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think so. Mine's going to have the mask on because, again, I got to make that custom with the head sculpt. If it works, if not, then, I could put the head sculpt on.
I got to see it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think I'd use it. But I mean, who knows? Like, if I get it in hand and it's really, like, impressive and painted well, then, it might be a different story.
Right. Exactly. Rob, how are you, my friend?
Hello!
Welcome. Happy Saturday. Thank you for being here. So what would you rate it 1 to 10?
I'll give this this is good. I like this. I'm going to give this, what did I give Deadpool? Probably I gave Deadpool a 9.
9, yeah.
So I'll have to give this is like an 8.5, almost a 9.
What is your favorite part about the figure?
The head sculpt.
Look at that. Look how sick that is. Look how plain. It's just a plain pose, nothing crazy. And look
I'm all about the head sculpt. The head sculpt is lights out great. Like that is 90% of me liking the figure is having a solid head sculpt.
Rob says just buy 3 of them. He said just buy. Any other time I would, I'll tell you that.
Look, you could actually with this figure, you could buy 3 and have a half transformation version, a clean black suited version, and then the head sculpt. You could.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. It's 100% doable. It's who's going to spend $1,000 on Spider-Man 3. You know what I mean?
Well, no, you got other guys buying, Love and Thunder Thors,
Oh my god! See, how many of those do you own? None. So you don't even know what the figure's like. That's why I had to buy. I bought the first one.
That gaudy gold piece of shit. I mean, really, of all figures to buy multiples of, that was the one not to.
Oh my god, this guy! Because you didn't like the movie. That's what you're saying.
Don't worry. Look at when that one's going to be $99 in the
It's all right. It's perfect. It's beautiful. All right. So now, question about the base. How do you like the base? What do you think of the base? Do you think it's unnecessarily big, or do you think this is actually perfect for the figure because it's the church base?
I mean, I don't know, man. I never look at the bases too much. You know what I mean? I don't use them. I don't use the bases. I'm not a base guy.
Right. Same. But
you
don't think
I mean, what is you really like can tell that that's like, a bell tower church type, yeah, you can see it's a little churchy, cathedral-y, stony.
Correct. Well,
it's nothing super telling.
You'll know it's from, if you've seen the movie, you'll know where this is from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you haven't seen the movie, you just think, oh, this is cool. Because it's still a cool base, but I like how they did all the symbiote around it. That's all cool stuff. This is the collar that goes around the figure's neck. See? It's like a whole like collar thing that goes.
I guess they're using the base, I guess, as a way to display the symbiote, right? Correct. They're using it as like, not because that didn't happen in the movie, but to make it seem like it was something from the movie. Correct. Look at that. You know what I mean? Like none of this happened in the movie. So say like this didn't happen in the movie. He wasn't fighting symbiotes like this. But they have to do this to make it, to make the figure look cool, to give it some poses, to make it look, appealing. See the webbing. We've gotten this webbing with Spider-Man 2 video game figures from day one, right? This one. So all reused stuff. Again, new webbing, which is good. The old webbing is complete garbage. Very, very cheap plastic. If you've used them and you've had them displayed for years, they started off nice and rigid like this. Now they're like this. So over time, they just get, they lose the rigidity and they start bending, right? They just naturally start bending. So they become, crappy. They don't really stay up as if he was shooting the web. They actually, kind of flop. So kind of annoying. But these firm ones, the new ones are very firm, very stiff. If you break it, you're done. But the good thing is if you break it, you could glue it easier than the old ones, because the old ones, when they were broken, that was it. Gone. They were very, very thin, very, very cheap. So it's a buy. This figure's a buy.
Yeah, you're buying. Yeah, guys. So I give this obviously a 10 all day long. This thing's gonna be beautiful, and I can't wait to have them side by side because, like I said, the two head sculpt. Look at this head sculpt, man. And we got the rolling eyes too, I believe. No. Yep, we do. Oh my god!
Well, I mean, you're really futzing with the rolling eyes, like
no. But the thing is this: when I know that the figure has the rolling eyes, I already know that the figure is going to be slightly bigger. Number one, right? That's why I said this figure it has to be bigger than the original release. Just from the head sculpt alone, having the rolling eyes is just going to be bigger. Now they can't just give you the same old body with a bigger head sculpt, right? So they have to create a slightly bigger body to match the size of the head. So that's how I know the whole body's going to be different, most likely slightly bigger because it has to be because of the head sculpt. So that's what I'm excited about. It's going to be like I said, a beefier figure.
I'm over the purrs. I'm over it. I don't want it. I don't want the chance of it just falling out of whack a little bit and getting a little googly eyed on me. Like I don't want it.
Googly eyed.
I don't need it.
What is your not and I don't mean fear, because it doesn't sound like fear. But what is your fear, or what is your issue with the rolling eyes as a system, as a
something
thing
that can go wrong, right? That
in what sense? In what sense? How can that go wrong? Meaning what?
What do you mean? You can have an eyeball go droopy on you, just gravity.
How would that happen? No, it doesn't happen. That's what I'm saying.
It can happen. It has happened. What do you mean?
No. It doesn't happen. I'm going to tell you why it doesn't happen. So, for gravity to pull down on an eyeball, that would mean that in the socket, there's no tension holding the eyeball in. So what does that mean? If there's no tension, of course it's going to roll out, and your eye's going to be droopy, like you're saying. But if you pay attention, I just saw a video today of how the guy who showed the Anakin pictures with the mole eyes, he made a video on how he replaced the eyes. And you can see once you pop them out, they got to snap back in or else they won't stay. So you hear when you push in the eye, gravity's not doing anything to that eye. That's what I'm saying. So I don't use them anyway. I don't mess with the eyes anyway. The only figure I mess with the eyes.
You've touched literally 2 PERS systems in your life.
Correct. Literally. Which is the Anakin and the purple coat Joker. That's it.
Okay.
But again,
me too. Like I have never popped off and futzed with the little sticks to get the eyeballs where I want it, and it's never happened. Maybe it's happened one time.
Oh,
you know what? Didn't like how it came.
You know what other figure I actually did to work on with the eyes, which I didn't even need the tool because the head sculpt's so big that you could just use your finger, and it's beautiful. Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara, his head sculpt is massive. Literally, you put your finger in there, no diddy, and you just mess with it, no problem. So I messed with that one a little bit too. Incredible.
What a garbage figure that was.
Which one? 2099?
Yeah.
Well, you're talking no, but this is the Across the Spider-Verse, not the
I get
original.
it. It was I can't believe you collect it. I get it. You collect everything, but you even collect the shitty ones.
Wait, so what didn't you like? So this, which figure that was, right? They was supposed to be like a plastic, like Marvel Legend, and then they put a suit on it.
Yeah, Miguel O'Hara from Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. The suit, I can tell you the suit. If you didn't see the video, the suit is very delicate. It looks great. It feels great, but the suit, man, like if you pose it, goodbye to the suit. But the figure, beautiful figure. That glow effect with the black light, my God. That base reminds me of that one statue. I can't tense if it was by Sideshow or Prime 1. What were you going to say, Mike?
Nothing.
Although I don't have 500 figure and no space. This guy. Yeah, no, I can't do the bases. I can't because a lot of the stuff that I get goes in details, right? And these bases, if I have 4 figures in a detail and I get one with the base, it ain't going nowhere. So that's why I don't use the base. I get every deluxe, but no base. I don't use the bases. Yeah. At least as much, I wish the base was just a bit bigger so he could hold on to it.
Oh, bigger.
Big. I know. I was gonna say Mike doesn't like his figure watching. His figure watching. I never use the eye feature. I can never seem to get them right. It's annoying. It's annoying, especially if you need the tool. If you need the tool, it's harder, at least for me, right? It's like, oh man, this thing's not catching. So it's annoying. When you could use your finger, that's 1, 2, 3. Because literally, you literally staring at it and you're just messing with it. Which is
something that can go wrong that I don't need going wrong. So I just rather it. You know where
it will go wrong for you, which goes wrong for everybody. Let's say the figure, for example, this figure comes with a head sculpt and another head sculpt with a mask on. Obviously, if it has rolling eyes, you still have to slide it into the mechanism of the neck post.
Right.
What does happen is when you switch from let's say you're going to do the mask, you take off the mask and you're going to put the head sculpt. If you don't slide it perfectly in, what happens is the neck post will hit the little handles of the eyeballs and then you'll have a cockeyed figure. Right. And that is annoying because then if you don't want that to happen, then you got to take it off. You got to sit there, go back, mess with it, and then try to make sure. So that gets annoying.
It's just, again, it's not needed. I don't need it. If it's adding $50 to the cost of these figures, get rid of it. It's just, look, the fringe is using it, right? The photographer crowd is probably using, and
correct.
They are using it. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, they're using it very sparsely. So it's not necessary.
Well, they're using it for every
gimmick. It's a gimmick like Artisan. It's a gimmick.
Correct. Absolutely. But the gimmick is catching on. Everybody's third party's been using it now. So it's something that, we can say it's unnecessary. We can say we don't need it. We can say, but here's the thing. As a natural progression of making figures, right? Because remember, what used to happen with Hot Toys? They would paint on the eyeballs, right? And not only paint them, but what would happen was they would reuse the head sculpt multiple times. And because there was no eyeballs, right, you would get the same exact expression, same exact head sculpt, with the eyes looking one way, and then the reissue or the reuse head sculpt would get another repaint, but the eyes looking the opposite way. That's how they would get away with giving us the same head sculpt for the same character multiple times. Now, as you guys see, they can't really do that with the rolling eyes. So what do? They usually have to change the expression because they can't get away with giving you the same expression twice because the eyes now move everywhere. So you can't say, well, you know, the eyes move, so you can have one display with the eyes looking. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. So that's why Anakin, that's why I was able to tell you guys that Anakin was going to get an expression change because it's a no-brainer. They're not giving us the same head sculpts anymore, which is why it was a big deal when I pointed out to you guys that Obi-Wan, General Kenobi, and Mandalorian Kenobi, right? Those two figures, same exact head sculpt. They haven't done that in years. So why did they do that? They were able to limit one and do a regular release on the other, and that's how they got away with that. Again, who's not going to want an Obi-Wan? That's why they did it, and that's how they got away with it. Nobody complained about that because it's two completely different figures with the same exact head sculpt. You know, so that's how they get away with it. Michael says, you think we'll be getting another Toby Spider-Man figures? Maybe Toby from No Way Home. We got Toby from No Way Home. What do you mean? Toby from No Way Home came out already. He's been out for months already. I have him already. He came great head sculpt. He's already aged. I don't think we're getting any more than that, right? We got old Toby with No Way Home. We got young Toby with this one, and we got young Toby from the original Spider-Man 3 release. So I don't think there's any need for any more. If anything, Andrew Garfield is apparently going to have his own Spider-Man movies again. So we don't know what that's going to be about. But if anything, we're going to get more Andrew Garfields if it happens. But Tobey Maguire, I don't think so. What do you think, Mike?
No way.
No, right? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think I moved the eyes on Green Goblin ones to have him with the helmet. Yeah, see, nobody, again, not nobody. I can't say nobody because people do pose. Just because I don't pose doesn't mean nobody poses, right? People do pose and people do use the eyes. Because I don't really pose, I don't really use the eyes. I don't really need to. But let me tell you something. That Joker that I moved the eyes on, okay? Like I told you guys, if you leave the eyes looking straight, it doesn't look good to me. I don't know what it is about it. The eyes look funky. He looked like he was just like this, like looking straight forward, and I didn't like it. So what did I do? I used one of the promo pictures of the figure, and I put his face looking down a little bit, and then his eyes looking up. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So now I left it just like that. It looks beautiful with the eyes, rolled up a little bit. That's the only reason why I touched it, because he looked funky looking forward. The Miguel O'Hara, same thing, just slightly moved him a little bit to give him like that he's looking at Miles. Again, super, super sexy. And then what was the other one? There was another one that I used. Anakin. Anakin, again, so he's not just looking straight forward, looking weird. I just turned him a little bit and then tilt his head. Beautiful. So that's as far as I go with that. You know what I mean? I don't really go crazy, and I don't play with them at all when it comes to, like, for example, 99% of the figures I don't touch. Because I don't need to. Yeah,
I really do think that's the majority of the hobby. Really, again, we don't need it.
No, probably
We could get rid of purrs tomorrow, and we'd all be fine.
No, you're probably right. A lot of people don't use it. Again, some do. But it's one thing that I think, right? Like you're saying, you don't think it's necessary they could get rid of it. I think, again, just from the natural progression of making figures, I think it's just a thing.
If it saved $40 off of every figure, would you get rid of it?
Absolutely.
You would, right?
I don't need it.
That's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing. Now, here's the thing, though. Question. Like I mentioned earlier, the reason why the figures are getting bigger, one of the reasons why the figures are getting bigger is because of the rolling eyeballs, right? You got to make a bigger head sculpt to have that system in the head. If you were to get your way and they decided to stop making rolling eyeballs, do you want them to go back down to the original size of figures, or do you like the new size because of the rolling eyes heads?
I don't notice a size difference.
You don't? See, you don't. So I can tell you what that means to me is when you get a figure and you open it, you don't ever really put it next to the Mark One to compare what would be a difference.
Well, I do, but I mean, but I don't like it. It's the size difference is not. It doesn't bother me. It's not bugging me. It's not
Right, so
changing
you don't.
things for me. It doesn't.
It doesn't
do
affect you. It doesn't affect your. Right. Yeah. No. See,
it's not like it's like again. It's not impactful. It's not. I'm not comparing a 1/6 figure to a 1/12 scale figure. It's not.
Right. Well, I could tell you. I could give you a perfect example, and I'm only telling you this because I just got the figure. Moff Gideon 1.0. Okay, the figure is tiny compared to the Moff Gideon updated version from season 3, right?
Do you have both those figures?
Absolutely, and
bust them out right now. Let's see that.
They're I made the video with them next to each other, and what happens? So number one, the original Moff Gideon, tiny compared to 2.0.
Because I hate that new Moff Gideon.
So much better. So
they are without the mustache. He looks weird as fuck.
Well, now that you get this head sculpt, the original head sculpt doesn't really look that good anymore because it's tiny. It's this big, and the other one's this big. So the whole figure looks like they're two completely different scales, and that's why I asked you that question. Because now we got the same figure, same actor, same character, from the same show, two completely different heights. That doesn't make sense. Here, let me pull it out.
I was gonna pull up your.
But I'm gonna show you real quick.
What did you put it on Instagram, or did you put it on? I mean that I don't know, that second Moff Gideon. I hate that head sculpt. I do not like that second sculpt. The hair, the haircut looks just weird to me.
It's very good.
I'm not digging it. I'm not digging that purple suited Spider-Man you put up. There's a lot of figures, like I don't know, man. I don't know how you go from liking that weird ass purple and green Spider-Man, and then like they bust out this Tobey Maguire black suit. Like this Tobey Maguire black suit is head and tails above those two figures. Like they're not even in the same universe.
Of what two figures?
The Tobey and the Moff Gideon and that green and purple Spider-Man.
Right. What about it? Which one's better? You're saying?
The Tobey.
Oh, of course. Yeah, nobody's saying that the other ones are better. What do you mean?
I'm just saying it's just like they're bad figures. Like I don't know.
They're not bad figures. They're different figures that are not your mainstream figures. So if you're not for variants, it ain't for you. That's all it is. So here's the 1.0, right? So I'm going to put them side by side.
Go ahead.
So you guys can see. So like I said, size of body, night and day. This one's tiny compared to the new one. So look at that. So I move the eyes so you could see a little bit. He's looking a little bit up. This one's looking straight. See? So see how much bigger the head sculpt is? Way bigger, right? The whole body frame is bigger on this one. The difference is this one has cloth. Right, the whole outfit is cloth, right? Material. Right. This one has armor, right? He's got the Darth Vader-ish undersuit, but it's all armor. So it's do
the side by side, like turn them sideways so I can see their profile. I don't know, man. I don't think it looks that off.
And let me tell you something. This one right here, the new one, because of the head sculpt, you could get a Sidewinder custom out of it from Captain America. So you could get a custom of that villain.
Yeah, we're all dying for that figure.
Well, that's exactly. But you can. That's my point. You know what I mean? Not that anybody's looking to do it, but you can, because this is exactly how he looks in that movie too. No mustache, same style of hair. So you could get away with it.
You like the second one better than the first one?
100%. 100%.
Wow.
When it comes to the head sculpt, when it comes to size, when it comes to accessories, when it comes
to different shit. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. When it comes to what else? When it comes to the likeness, when it comes to the accessories, when it comes to the outfit, when it comes to the jet, everything about the figure is way better. Again, you don't have to like it, but it is way better.
Yeah, I don't see it. Something off with that. With him not having that stash. He needs that stash.
Oh, you didn't like it? You didn't like him with the without it?
Yeah, he needs the stash. I don't need him having the horns on his helmet.
All right, so we're gonna get into our first announcement, actually. So, Michael, first and foremost, how exciting is this for you?
Awesome.
Have you been waiting for 10 years for this announcement? Is this something that you've been waiting for from Rogue One?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, I'm not dying for fucking a Cassian, to be very honest. But it looks good. It looks good. It looks really good. I'm gonna get it. Good figures, I get.
So what do you,
I get,
what do you like about it? What's exciting to you about it?
Again, let's just bring it down to what it is. That head sculpt is great. Head sculpt is great. That's all you need, like Hot Toys. You know what I mean? If you make the head sculpt great, you're 95% of the way home. Just make awesome head sculpts. That's it.
Yep.
That's why we buy these figures. You dopes.
Correct. Look at that.
Look at that sculpted hair. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
You know what's funny?
Does it?
I forget who sent me the original, like the first images of this, and of K2SO, and he was next to K2SO, but they had blurred him out. His hair looked artisan. That's how good it looked.
Make this thing an artisan, it would look retarded.
You
got
so?
Way too much going on there for artisan to work. You know what I mean? The flop over the ears. You just got way too much going on to make.
Yeah. No, it'll be tough. That'll definitely be tough to pull off. Now, question. Just from seeing this, remember? I don't know if you remember this, but when they announced Chewbacca, they showed Princess Leia in a specific suit that she was never made in by Hot Toys. Right? It was a kit bash that they made to hype up the Chewbacca figure. As you can see, they're showing you Jin here, right? So I already said this does not mean that the new one's being made. This does not mean that a new one's coming. What do you think of this?
Do I think they're going to make a new Jin? Oh man, probably. I mean, this is the fifth robot, right?
Third.
So why not make a third Jin, right?
So
I really don't like it. I really don't like that they do that now. You know what I mean? Like this constant, let's make this version of this robot, and then we'll make a bad guy version of this robot, and then here he is again coming out. I don't know.
Well,
I hate re-releases. I really fucking hate re-releases. I do.
Remember that one? The first one was from Rogue One. Then the KX Enforcer droid was Mandalorian, which is when it was bad. And then again, this is again, but now they're
again, it's the same fucking thing, man.
No,
let us have fun and modify our figures to then make those little variations. You don't have to do it and charge us $400. Like it.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Give me an example. What do you mean?
Like that could be the fun of the hobby, right? You make it the one time, and then we'll make let the hobby do what it does, right? And people will make customs and little kits of things to make, an enforcer droid if someone so badly wants the enforcer droid, which not many I'm sure do. But we don't need Hot Toys doing the enforcer droid. We didn't need that release. That was so stupid when I saw them do that enforcer droid release. I just thought, what a money grab. I
was gonna say how could that be annoying to you when that's their thing. That's what they do.
No, yeah, it's not what they do. It's what they started to do. It's not what they did. Let's maybe say it that way. I still maybe live in the olden times, Fabs. You know what I mean? I get annoyed when I see third, fourth, fifth versions of figures. You know what I mean? Like when I saw we were just talking about the release of Artisan your artisan Anakin on Saturday, and on fucking Monday they dropped the
dark side.
bad guy. Like, I mean, they can't even wait for the body to be cold. You know what I mean? Holy shit!
But now we're gonna get into that in a second, so I'm not gonna ask you about
I'm jumping the gun. I'm jumping.
Yeah,
the gun.
we're gonna get into that.
That bugs me about Hot Toys as a company. Like, there's no collector in mind.
But now question. So I get the whole, I get the whole redoing the same figure, right? I understand, like, for example, Rogue One K2SO came out. Boom. Recently, I think it was last year, was when KX Enforcer Droid came out, right? It was last year. Mm-hmm. Now, same exact body, same exact figure, same exact robot. Right? 2 different paint applications, which is what literally made the figure accessory-wise. K2SO came with the small gun and grenade. KX Enforcer came with the small gun that K2SO came with, but instead of the grenade, he came with a rifle, right? So 2 weapons. Now with this one.
You even know that, but go ahead.
Now, what are they doing with this one? They're giving you the small weapon that came to the K2SO and KX Enforcer came with, and they're giving you a new rifle for the new figure. Now, I don't know if they're reusing the one from KX Enforcer Droid, but it's something that the original K2SO didn't come with. This one is coming with. Now, my question to you is this. I understand that you don't like them redoing the same figure. We have one branded Rogue One. We have one branded the Mandalorian, right? Again, those 2 are different. Now we're going to have a third one, K2SO, a second K2SO named K2SO, from a completely different show. Do you still see that? Again, we're not going to have the same accessories, even though it's going to be the same exact paint application, same exact, and the USB.
Where you're going with it? Like, you really try. You're trying.
No, because
you want these to be their independent releases, and I see this as 10,000 robots out there of the same figure. Like, it's not. No. I don't. So, you can give it special little guns and different little doohickeys and everything. It's the same fucking figure, man.
Even with the USB upgrade.
Even with the USB upgrades. Same figure.
So none of that matters to you. None of the fact that it's a completely updated figure in the sense of now you have a complete different mechanism of powering the figure that you didn't have before.
I think that's right. Like, I wish we would have got that originally. I probably wouldn't fuck with it. Am I going to really go through all the trouble to USB him up so his eyes are lit up? Probably not.
Right.
You know, I mean, I need something. If I'm going to run a wire to that shelf,
correct.
Probably not going to be for that figure, to be honest. Correct. Because he's in the back. You know what I mean? He's a taller figure. There's figures in front of him. So no, I'm probably not going to go through the trouble to wire the shelf for him.
That is true. No, and that's one thing with the USB stuff. That I will use it sometimes. Like, for example, Darth Vader's, I have them all, hooked up with the battery packs on.
Right.
The thing is, when am I going to run a USB wire to plug that up? Never.
Right. So, how many Iron Man figures I have, I could never do it. I can't run 30 wires.
Correct. They would have
down my house. I can't do it.
The best thing they could do, okay? The best thing they could do would be, number one, obviously we talk about the USB, plug in the back, but even better, a magnetic light up base where you place it on the base and it automatically lights up the whole thing. That would be ideal. The problem with that is, how big are these bases going to be? That would be the only issue with Hot Toys. Because look at the bases they're making now. These things are this big, okay? Tall-wise, right? They're this thick, height-wise. So if they were to power up something, right, to give us a base that's going to be magnetized to power up a figure, it's got to be somewhat big, right, for the mechanism, for the electronics to go in there, for the magnet to go in there. So how big is that base going to be? So that's the only, downside I see on them doing something like that. But ideally, that would be the best thing. But again, think about it. You still got to plug in the base somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's just, to me, that's why
I scream every time about this. I want that technology, that field energy technology that is with those lights that, once you're in that certain range.
Yes,
of field,
that's what I mean. Yes, that stuff.
Like
correct.
That, you don't even need a base. You just need
correct.
That light.
Tesla. You're talking about that Tesla style lighting.
Yes.
Yep. Yep, I know exactly. That would be that, and that's what I mean with the base. Again,
and that's something I can retrograde into the figures. Like I could take little, those lights and put them. You could figure a way just to put them in the helmets or the face plates of those Iron Man figures, and again, just light them up.
That's what I meant. Something that, like, when you place it on, it lights it automatically. But that's even like exactly what you said. You put it near it and like a specific area, and it automatically just
That's technology. I don't know why hasn't someone explored that? You know what I mean?
It's gotta be pricey. And when I say pricey, I mean with whatever electronics it is that they got.
Or I mean, does it give you cancer? Like, is that the problem?
Exactly. Or that
like it lights your figures up, awesome, but
the
radiation, have brain cancer in 5 years.
The radiation may kill you. Can you imagine? Matt, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
He says, Andor looks great. I agree with Mike. Some figures don't require artisan hair. Like this one looks great with sculpted. Uncarded, someone stole his Tim Tams. Blanket, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello!
It would be cool to get Luke in a horse suit when he got attacked by one, but I think that's coming eventually. Like I said, Hot Toys Sideshow has made that already. I have the figure. Hoth Han and Hoth Luke, I have them both.
Come on, it would be cool to get a Wampa. I mean, let's be honest. Like who wouldn't get a Wampa?
Right. They did a brown version Han. They did a blue version Han, and they did a Luke with a special edition Wampa scratched head sculpt, which is the one I have on. So what does that mean? We've seen already that Hot Toys is getting into what Sideshow is getting into, right? What Sideshow has done over 10 years ago, which is what? The clone stuff, Grievous, right? All the Star Wars stuff that they've done over a decade ago, Hot Toys is getting into now. So it's only a matter of time to get Hoth Han, to get Hoth Luke. All that stuff is coming. It's just when. You know that they make Luke left and right. You know that they make Han Solo. Not as much as Luke, but they do make him. Right? We're getting one's coming soon, right? One Han is on pre-order right now. So that's got to be out at some point this year. So that's what I mean. They're always gonna be making these figures, and they know that because of the fact, because remember, we've gotten Luke's remade over the years, right? Same Luke, just different years, updated, right? The DX, what was it? DX01 of the double pack, right? We've gotten that figure again, right? We didn't get the battle damage look. We got the clean look. We got 2 pieces of hair to give them, the sweaty look and then the regular look, but that's it, right?
Oh, shit. You know what? I just realized that, Hot Toys is not giving us this figure because we've wanted it forever. The show's coming up. They're gonna re-release this in another version.
Right, I said that yesterday. Of course.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Such fucking money grabbing motherfuckers.
So correct. So exactly what Mike said. I told you guys yesterday. So what's happening is, for those who weren't
watching,
watching,
get this out now. Let's quick get this out, because once that show hits, we're gonna release 7 versions of them.
Correct. No, you're 100% correct. So same thing I told them yesterday. So what's happening is this. As you guys know, this is branded Rogue One. Okay, this is from the movie Rogue One, which we've been waiting for a Cassian from Rogue One for over 10 years since the movie came out, right? Yeah. So what's happening after this? What did they do after? They gave us K2SO branded Andor, right? So what does that mean? Only one thing. You're not going to get a Rogue One Andor and a K2SO, a Rogue One Andor, a K2SO from Andor, and not get an Andor from his own show. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. So what does that mean? We're going to get a second Andor release, branded Andor, right? Most likely a different look. 99.9% is going to be a different look, a different expression, a different hair, different outfit, but it's going to be the same exact head sculpt most likely, or again, maybe a different expression if they even go that route, which I think they don't even have to do. The beard has to be different and the hairstyle has to be different for the new show. Besides that, I don't really know. And the outfit, right? The outfit, I don't really know what else they could really change on the figure.
Oh, yeah, he's got tons of outfits in this show coming up.
There you go. So exactly. So we're gonna get same thing like Galen, right? Galen, we got his Imperial outfit, that green outfit. He's gonna come a regular version. They're gonna reuse that head sculpt 1,000%. right? So that's what that
disagree
means.
with you there. Galen's not Cassian. Galen's not.
It's
Galen
not
is a
about that.
background character
It's not
compared to
correct.
Cassian.
Correct. Well, it's not a background because think about what he did.
It's a background.
He created the door.
I know what he did. It's a background.
Right. So now think about this. The whole point, I'm not saying that he, you know, that for you to think that he's an important character. If you don't think so, then that's fine. The reason why they're making a different one, it's not for any reason because of the movie or the show. It's because of the head sculpt being a brand new head sculpt that they have to reuse, period. That's the only reason why. Not because the figure, the character is so meaningful. Again, to me,
I just don't see so what do you think they're gonna? You think they're gonna make a swamp version of Kalen?
I believe so. Same thing. This same look as Jin. Absolutely. Absolutely.
What other part of this movie was he in? You know, that's it, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So he's gonna look like Jin. He's gonna have his dark outfit, like, you know, his homeless outfit like Jin, guaranteed. Right? They got to mess with the hair. They got to mess with the beard. He's got to look more homeless because look how. Remember that in this Japan exclusive release, he's very clean. Right? He's got no facial hair really. His hair is perfectly styled. So this is his clean look. He's gonna have a homeless look, 100%, 100%. So let me see what you guys are saying. But it would be cool to get on the Wampa. I am Legend. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
There's 42 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here as well. Tuli, how many likes are we at?
Yeah, look at this. Read this. Like this again. I feel it sucks, man. This shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I paid $380 for K2SO, thinking he was never gonna get released, and next year Mando got out. But again, so I understand that K2SO and KX Enforcer are supposed to be the same exact robot, which they are, right? The thing is, as a figure, okay, and this is how I have to get specific with these figures because
you know, this is how you justify buying every figure. Go ahead.
No, because you just clump in everything together.
Go ahead.
No, you clump in everything together as if it's all literally the exact same thing.
It is,
but but it's not. That's what I'm saying.
It's the same robot.
Yes, but there are things done differently to it.
And one's got a tiny gun, one's got a big gun.
But again, what about the USB upgrade?
Oh,
you don't even want to
acknowledge I know that. You have to justify to yourself to buy every single figure. I get it.
It has nothing to do with that. If we have a figure, guys, that is a K2SO, if we have a Mark, if we have a Mark 1 K2SO, and now we have a Mark 3 K2SO with USB, how can anybody say it's the same thing? It's the same character.
Right now, we're talking about the first K2SO and then the drone, the bad guy version that came out.
Right.
Talking about those two.
Right.
They're the same fucking figure.
In what sense?
That they're the same fucking figure? Stop. You're not going to stop.
He said because it's the same.
Stop. I mean, really, like this is where you really talk yourself into shit. I love you.
No. Because
it is.
You gotta point out the updates. What do you mean?
Oh God. Okay, yeah. So he comes with a churro, and then that makes him different. I got it.
So, guys, he doesn't. The thing is this: how he tells me I have to justify the purchase. This is how he justifies not buying the figure by saying it's the same. Right. But that's not collector's mindset. That's what I'm saying. Of course.
But I think I'm the more rational human being because they're the fucking same figure.
You are the more rational non-collector in this conversation. That's what you are.
Oh my God, they're the same. And again, who's like, you don't need multiples of K2SO.
Correct.
It's a cool figure. Don't get me wrong. True. I think K2SO was a banger figure, and but for them to release the bad guy version of it,
that is true. That is true. Is a tall figure, is a bulky figure. If you don't have the room and height for it, it's going to be outside somewhere just collecting dust. So, do you really need more than one? It's up to you, right? If you're a hardcore fan, then yes, you need them all, right? Obviously, I'm a completionist, so I have to get, if a line comes out with it, even
Are
if
they
it's
in the same case? Are your two
no,
K2SOs in the same
no,
case?
no, because one is
Because
Rogue
that would
One.
look ridiculous.
Well, no, one is well, not necessarily, because if you could pull that off, for example, so my K2SO is with Rogue One right behind me, and then my Mandalorian K2SO is actually outside of the case because it doesn't fit on the detail with everything else Mandalorian. Now, if I wanted to put them together, I could get away with it, because remember that in the Mandalorian there was a crew of them. It wasn't just one; it was a few of them together, so I could pull it off and just have them
Where are
like.
you gonna put the third one?
But the third one is from so now for the third one is going to be Andor. So I have to make a shelf specifically for Andor now. So it's going to have.
I mean, I get it. I get what you do. I just think it's just bullshit.
No, and that's what I'm saying. For you, it is literally like you really believe there's no need for me to buy this because I already have it, because there's nothing.
I would be a completionist, to be honest, if every single figure was different. You know
different,
what I mean?
right?
Like,
I get it, and that's how you justify not buying, a lot.
And look, I'm a troop guy. Like I have, multiples of troopers. I have a whole. How many of those stupid Force troopers did I buy? You know what I mean? I have 12 or 13.
Wait, which one? Force trooper?
Yeah, remember those what's the Force the Star Wars Force Awakens trooper? I bought a shitload of them.
The white ones. The white ones.
They were white and black. They had like a different color scheme. The X, they had an X. The Executioner.
The Executioner. Yeah.
Executioner trooper.
They couldn't give those. Cheap. They couldn't give those away for years.
That's right. I bought them up.
Derek, my friend, welcome.
So I mean, I get troopers. Like I do get troop building, but I don't know. I don't see, especially again, a figure like how big he is and how he stands out. Like he's definitely. I don't know. You need one. You need one. You don't need three.
Matt says a third of Hot Toys POs each year are money grabs now. Yeah, I told you guys, a lot of these exclusives, a lot of these limited things, a lot of these, it's a lot. It's just money grab. It's just, boom, boom, boom. Here you go. And the ones that are ready to go, the ones that are just, here it is, announcement release. Like those are the worst, because those are the ones that
making our collections any better. It's not making our collections much more complete. It's not making our collections that much more valuable. The figure is not doing that. Now Cassian is. I would argue that Cassian does exactly what we want these figures to do for our collections, right? We get pumped. We like how it looks. Everyone gets excited. It gets us kind of, back into the excitement for the movie coming out. You know what I mean? So it does all those things, but getting a third K2SO, it does the opposite for me. It gets, it turns me off.
Well, you can't look at it again, and you being an army builder, you don't see it as if you decided to buy all three as a, like that scene in Mandalorian where it was like a few of them together.
No, I can't, because no. Next, you know what I mean? Like we have him. Check.
Right, gotcha.
Like we have him, and then you gave us the bad guy. And look, and again, thanks for the LED upgrade, but again, I don't see it necessary at this point. It's not. I get the technology of it. I just don't see that.
You know what's funny? You just mentioned that, and I think what, again, it's a functional feature, right? People are using it, but I think that the reason why they do that is to justify, again, natural progression of making figures better, but to justify the price increase also. You know what I mean? Because I can tell you, they know that not every single person in the world that buys at Hot Toys with a USB port is using it.
Right.
They know this, but they add it because they know that they could. That's how you justify a pricing increase. Because
let's be honest. I think it's probably less. It's probably less than half. You know what I mean? That actually they're using the LED light up fixture. You know what I mean? Like I get there's some figures where we are. This is one. No way.
I believe it. 100%. Bob says the boomers haven't discovered USB hubs yet. Oh my God. No, you know what it is? It's not even that. Number one, especially like for me, for example, where am I putting a USB hub in a D12 with 19 figures in it?
Well, hold on. That's what I do. So I buy a USB port with like 12 USB ports, right? A power strip.
Uh-huh.
And I tape tape packet to the back of my display,
Right.
and then I run like an octopus of USBs to my different shelves, right? But you have to be selective in what you power up.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Now,
And usually what I'm powering up is a base, right? That's glowing, like the what's that base that glows? That Molten Man base, right?
Yes.
That's guys. That's an amazing base and display. Go get that.
Yeah.
Go get that for your Spider-Man. A really, really good base and display. But like that brings so much life to the display. Or I power up my the black lights to make my Neon Tech Iron Man, light up. But I'm gonna run one cable just for K2SO's eyeballs.
Right.
No way.
Right. That's true. Blinken says, "Why hasn't Hot Toys done a 1/6 Jabba?" Well,
Because they don't want to upset their girlfriend.
Well, that's number one. Is it coming? You better believe it.
Years from now.
It's just correct. It's just a matter of time. Like I said, they're doing everything Sideshow has done already. They're just getting into it slowly. But they're going to.
How long ago was it since Sideshow re-released theirs? Not too long, right? Like 3 years now.
At least 3 years, at least, and actually, I think even longer than that.
So we're probably what maybe 2-3 years away. From,
something like that. Absolutely, it could be within the next year, 2 years or so.
Maybe
absolutely.
You're right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Matt says Hot Toys will reuse his head sculpt. That's their MO now for Galen. He was in an Imperial officer uniform for one scene. Hot Toys can do. See, that's what I'm saying. So that's gonna get reused 1,000%. I told you guys yesterday, and I've been telling you guys from day one. Anytime you see a brand new head sculpt being made, again, they don't do that for everybody. But knowing the value of Rogue One, they know.
Hold on. Isn't that what we got though? Didn't we get Galen in the Imperial? Right. That's what they. No.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Galen? Is he talking about Galen?
No. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, what's what we got in the Imperial outfit? But I'm saying they're going to reuse it for another version of him.
Again, nah, I don't see it.
26 likes. I don't think so. Somebody hit that like button right now.
Cassian 100%. Galen, I don't see it.
Tuli, keep me updated with the likes. We better get at least 34 likes right now, or we are ending the stream immediately. Everybody leave, and we'll start again when new people come in. JD, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello!
Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Absolutely. Bunch of miserable garlic pieces of garbage. The Figure Alchemist, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello!
Welcome. Let's see. I love the Office reference by Mike, but he's right though. He's right though. They are the same-ish. Fat Gadget, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
I don't even know what reference was made.
Tuli, how many likes? How many likes? Imagine Fat and Mike was in a relationship. Why you gotta be weird, Ash? Why you gotta be weird? Why I'd rather you talk about your king. Okay?
Ash, why do you got to bring it there?
Oh, man. KX of Force is great for anyone trying to rebuild the Galactic Empire or Fat who buys everything. No, I'm telling you, I don't need to justify buying a Hot Toys figure. I just don't. Right? Because I know that, for example, K2SO is a perfect example. I already have the 2. Do I need a third one because it has USB? Do I need a third one because it comes with 2 weapons? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I know I don't need it. But Andor is coming. So let's say I don't get K2SO. Let's just say, right? Then we get Cassian. Then we get this one. Then we get what's his name? The guy that plays Forrest Whitaker's character. What's his name? Guevara? Oh my God. What the hell's his name?
But I know who you're talking about. Right?
That guy. That's a huge possibility that guy's coming. So we're going to have all these figures from Andor. Again, we don't know how many they're going to do. They could do 4, they could do 2, they could do 5, they could do 10, right? So the thing is this. I'm going to have every other figure because they're going to be new. And I'm not going to have K2SO because I already have them from another line. Absolutely not. That's my mindset. So I could have, if they make 10, I'm going to have all 10 for each line because it goes with that line. So that's how I have to, that's how I set my mind to have
And
to
it's
buy.
funny, again, I have a huge collection, and I can't have 3 Rogue One setups. I can't have 3 Rogue One cubes, and that's what you're justifying there. You're saying you're having 3 separate Rogue One scenes.
Absolutely not. This is what I'm doing. Like I said, I have an entire right behind me these big cases. I have an entire shelf, just one entire big shelf with every single Rogue One figure on it. I don't have any other Rogue One figures anywhere else but on that shelf. So Cassian is going right in there, right? K2SO, though, it's not going in there because he's already in there, right? And he doesn't belong there because he's now from where? Andor. So he's not going in there. Andor now is going to, I got to make a new shelf for the Andor line until everything's filled. Then, I'll rearrange, blah, blah, blah. So that K2SO is going on its separate shelf because it doesn't belong with Rogue One. I don't have any other Rogue One shelves, just one. So that's what I mean, right? So the only thing that I am going to do with the Rogue One shelf is I have every single stock base, original base on the figure or with the figures. Every single one. Why? What's his name? What's the blind guy's name? Chiridan Way.
Saul Regera.
Yeah, right. Saul was the one I was telling you about, right? Chiridan Way. His base, gorgeous. Who else? One of the Death Troopers with the toy stormtrooper. That base is beautiful. So because of those bases, I said I can't not use the bases. So I started using all the bases. Now they're taking up so much space, and now with Cassian coming in, there's no way he's going to fit in there because of all those bases. So now what I'm doing is I'm getting a whole bunch of the oval bases. I already got 60. I'm getting another 100. And I'm taking all those Rogue One bases out of the shelf, putting all these oval bases on them, and then obviously maximize space for Cassian if he's coming, for anybody else from Rogue One if they're coming, Galen also if we get him. So that's what I'm going to do on that shelf. But Andor is going to be a completely different, location of where they're going to go. Let's see if I got it uncarded. If Hot Toys made it, Cal Kestis, K2SO, then man, we'll go. There you go. There you go. So now I would have never known this because I don't follow Star Wars like that. But if what you're saying is true, we know that Cal Kestis is a possibility already. They've been doing video game stuff, Star Wars video games at that. You have Darth Revan. You have Starkiller, right? Why wouldn't they, again, just from the fact that they've been working on video game lines of Star Wars. So can we put it past them to make a Cal Kestis? Absolutely not. They could do it at any moment. And the fact that you're saying this, don't be surprised. Again, doesn't mean it's going to happen because you just brought this up, so I don't know anything about this. But if what you're saying is true, and they notice that the K2SO is not doing well, the sales are not doing, because remember, there's going to be an expensive figure. It's already up on Sideshow. Let me show you guys how much it's going for. So it's not going to be cheap. It feels like it's a die-cast figure because it's a heavy figure. It seems like it is not branded die-cast, but it does feel like die-cast. Now, you have $265, right? Which, again, it's not cheap. It's very basic. This is what you get, right? The 2 weapons, like I said, the base, and there's your entire figure. Before, the original K2SO was this gun and a grenade. And then the KX Enforcer was this gun and a different rifle. That's all you got. That's your entire figure 3 times, right? So if they're noticing that for whatever reason, these aren't selling with the USB upgrade, with the fact that it's a different, it comes with different weapons, a different base, right? If for whatever reason that's not selling and they want to make sales, they could, out of left field, come out with the announcement of Cal Kestis. If again they know this, I wouldn't know this. I don't know this. I would have, I don't follow Star Wars like that. I would have never known that. But if that's a possibility to where they can maximize profit by just announcing another figure, you better believe they're going to do it. And everybody knows. Not everybody knows. Everybody's been waiting for Cal to be announced because it is coming. There's no way that they're going to be making, like I said, Darth Revan, Star Killer, and they're just not going to do Cal Kestis ever. Impossible. So again, that can happen. Is it going to happen? Most likely not. But can it happen? Absolutely. If it's going to help.
Who's Cal Kestis again? Is he the ginger from the video game?
Correct.
Yeah, I don't like gingers.
I don't like, but I think he has different looks. No, I thought he had different looks. Maybe not.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
I just discovered USB hubs too. Yeah, no, it's not the discovering part. It's just I know they're going to be a disaster. They're going to be messy. And because I already have too many figures in a case on a shelf anyway, it's just going to be overly crowded with this big thing in the back. Like, nah, you know what I mean? So that's why it's not that serious for me. Fabs, with your collection, you will trip. Exactly. It's not feasible and it's not ideal for me at all. Fabs and Nefty told me to do it for my display. Don't lie to people. I think Nefty did do that. Once upon a time, Fab said all that Sideshow has released Hot Toys will do them. Yep, that's correct. And they're doing it. What do we have? Commander Wolf, right? By Hot Toys, he's been out from Sideshow over a decade ago. They're doing, what was the other one that they did recently that Hot Toys hadn't done? Oh, Echo and Fives. Sideshow did them years ago. What else? Like I mentioned earlier, Grievous. Grievous was done by Sideshow not once but twice. They tried to sneak it in again as a refix, and they never touched it. So it's happening. It's happening. You just gotta see what what was the other thing that they made? Oh, the Darth Malgus. Darth Malgus was also made by Sideshow over a decade ago. Hot Toys is doing it now. So again, the moment they did the one, I said it's coming, and here we are. You know, it's that's how I pick up things. That's how I'm able to tell you guys what is coming because of pattern. If I know that something was done years ago because I have the figure, else I'm not gonna know why. Then I could, and they do it once, boom, it's a no-brainer. Because why would they just do one and never do anything again? Doesn't make sense, you know. At Matt, damn, that could be another repaint. 27 likes. All right, we're gonna pause here until we got 36 watching. You either leave or you're gonna hit that like button. We're gonna stop right here. Ernesto,
yeah, okay, guys, hit the like button for those amazingly fair auctions. Right. By the way, let's say what's her name? Talia.
Talia, yeah.
Congratulations on winning another auction.
Winning.
Or sorry, raffle. Great job.
Yeah, it's a raffle. Chris, my friend, welcome. Welcome. To see you, my friend.
How much money are you getting from Talia?
What do you mean? How much money am I getting?
Like, what is she? What is she paying you to win every raffle that you do?
No, she didn't win every raffle. She won one from me, two from Brandon on my stream, which is why I said,
what's the favor you guys are getting?
She sends me German chicken nuggets. No, German chicken nuggets. They got the fresh.
I knew it.
They got the freshest chicken. Ron E, welcome. Nice to see you. I may not partake in conversation, but I even hit the likes every video. It ain't that. Thank you. I appreciate it. You've never been here before. I've never seen you here, but thank you. I appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. We're not moving until we get up to 38 or 35 at least. This is bullshit. So we're gonna wait.
You know, there's 10 hate watchers in here, so they're
get the fuck out. I'm not moving until the likes are met. Fuck out of here with that bullshit every stream.
All right, 33, Rudy says.
33. Yeah, we need 3 more.
No, we're good. Come on, 33's solid.
No. It's bullshit. We had over 40 before. Out of here. You're not gonna come in here with support. Stay away from me. Stay away from me.
Haters, do me a favor so I can we can move Fabs on.
Yes, if you're not here to support, I say it every stream. Stay away from me. Stay away from me.
Now we're
Doesn't kill you to hit the like button. It takes a second. I don't understand. And we will do this every week. I don't care. Stay away from me. If you're not here to support, stay away from me. Fuck out of here. Here we go again. MD KFC man, you worship Fabs is not my king. That is your king. That is your king. He's telling you how much you're gonna pay for your product. That's your king. I'm staring at my robo, just listening to Fabs scolding at my robo. They look cool. Think I'm in on them. Let's see how many likes. Oh, 32. Somebody. Oh, look at that. They're dropping like flies. Say ya wouldn't want to bake ya. Wait, we got to make it official. Yes, people, this is the thing, and I will say it every week and every stream. If you're not here to support, stay away from me. If you're not here to hit the like button, stay away from me. Why are you here if you hate me? Why are you here if you're not here to support? Why are you here? It makes no sense. That's so weird. Yo, I hate that guy, but let's go watch. What? That's weird. Get a life. If you're not here to support, stay away from me. Nobody's asking you to be here. Nobody's looking for you. If you don't like me, I'm not looking for you. So why can't you hit the fucking like button? I don't understand it. We're going to do this every week, every stream if I have to. It's insane. You're here to get entertainment, but you can't hit the fucking like button. It makes no sense. You're here for knowledge. You're here for fun. You're here to learn something, because everybody that comes in here learns something every stream. Not like every other garbage stream that they talk about shit they don't even know anything about because they don't own anything. So you come here to get some knowledge and information, and you don't even hit the fucking like button.
So they won't pay for your wisdom.
No, yo, it's crazy. But they'll go on every other bullshit ass stream that knows shit about shit. They don't know shit. They don't collect shit, and they're over there kissing fucking ass all day. But here,
the wisdom that you spit out.
Here they know that they learn.
It's definitely valued at minimum one like. It's the minimum.
Thank you. At least one like, correct. But they don't even. Yo, can you imagine? They go on every other stream, every other garbage stream that doesn't know shit. They don't collect. They don't know anything. They don't buy anything. They don't know product. They don't know shit about shit. And that's who gets all the viewers. But they come here. They can't even hit the like button. Get the fuck away from me. Like I said, I don't care if I have 2 watching. As long as I have 2 watching and 2 likes, I'm good.
So am I stuck in this time loop until these guys like it up to 40 guys?
Absolutely. Every week, every stream. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It's bullshit. Guys? You know what? Now you're not hurting Fabs. You're hurting me.
And it's the same people. It's the same people all the time. It's the same people all the time. I don't understand. Again,
get me out of here, guys.
He said, get me out of here. Again, we're going to do this every week. There's no need for you to be here if you're not here to support. It's that simple. It is that simple. Don't come near me. I'm not asking for you to be here. So if you don't want to hit the like button, don't be here. Insane. Yo, it's insane. Insane. The full moon got fat. No, it's not the full moon at all. Yo, it's I do this every stream. Every stream. Some loser has to come in here for what? Don't come here. If it kills you to hit the like button, don't come here, please. Don't come here. These people think I'm looking to be a YouTuber where I need to be nice to people and I need to keep my mouth shut like the YouTubers do. And they get embarrassed. They get humiliated. People talk to them like shit. Thank you for your honest opinion. I am not a YouTuber. I'm a collector all day, every day. YouTube is not my world. Collecting is my world. So if you're here listening to a real collector, you're going to hit that like button or you're going to get the hell out. It's that simple. I don't care if I have 10 watching. It's crazy. I started with 9. Okay. I'm up to over 40 sometimes. Okay. So I'm not looking to have 1,000 people on my stream, but the ones that are here should be here supporting. It's that simple. Holy shit. Oh no, Worm Girl's gone. Oh my god, what do you mean Worm Girl? Where is she? She didn't come back, did she? Worm Girl, are you here? I didn't know. Fabs gets 93 like conversion, which is absolutely unheard of in the YouTube world. And he's mad. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Okay? Fuck out of here. You're not gonna come in here and do what you think you're gonna feel like doing. If you're gonna be here watching me, watching my mug, you're gonna support. That's simple. It's that simple. You don't want to support? Get the hell away from me. It's that simple. Common sense. We don't like you. Let's not go there. Just same as I do. I don't like these motherfuckers on stream on YouTube. I don't go to them. Why would I? If I don't like somebody, why would I go to them? Why would I be looking at them? For what? Makes no sense. I would never do it. People who do that are fucking weird. Fucking hate watching people for what? To do what? What are you going to do? What are you going to do watching somebody you hate? What, go do something better with your life. Go spend time with your family. Go make some money. Go get a job. Do something. Then watch people. Hate watch people. Makes no sense. Holy shit. We got 42 in here, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. We should be at 40 likes already. 40 damn likes. Oh my God, this guy in the house with the super chat says, Fabs, did you get Worm Girl's? He said before you kicked her out. I didn't kick her out at all. She stayed the whole time until she said, that's why people talk a lot of shit about it. Did you hear that, Mike, or no?
No, I didn't hear, I didn't hear anything about that.
That was the funniest shit. Thank you, my friend. He said, thank you, my friend. Hold on.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. No, imagine. I should have got that number. Can you imagine? Oh, my God. We got CSI in the house. Welcome. Fabs, tell me not to come. And I'm going to come.
Hello!
Do not come. I'm going to come. Oh, we got Michael with the super chat. Thank you, my friends. So where's tech support when you need them?
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Guys, there's 44. If you guys in here, please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Rudy says, I only hate. Well, no, that's different. That's different because you watch for information, right? There's always something that he's saying about whether it's product, about whether it's, issues with a product, ideas for a product, right? So anything he talks about somewhat, right? There's always some information that is important for the hobby. So I understand that, right? But to watch a YouTuber that you don't like, for what? Waste an hour and a half to 2 hours of your life. For what? Makes no sense. I would never do it. So to me, that's weird. That people sit there, hate watching on somebody. Oh, look at that asshole. Look at that piece of shit.
I mean, he's right. Rudy, you and Rudy hate watch Jazz Inc.?
Well, I don't watch Jazz Inc. at all.
Tuesdays?
I don't watch Jazz Inc. at all. So, that's what happens. Oh, why would you waste your life? Oh, I hate this guy. Let me waste 2 hours of my life. I hate watching this guy. That makes no sense. That's weird. That's mentally insane. You should have better things to do with your life than hate watch somebody. But again, the name is for a reason. The name is for a reason, Worm Girl entered the wormhole and disappeared forever. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. Information. All right, so back. Also, let me tell you what happened. So, was it yesterday? Yesterday or the day before? I think it was yesterday. This new name, obviously a burner, right? With a female name. Worm Girl, Miss Worm Girl, whatever, comes in and they were talking, about Luch had made a comment.
Right, burner or just new fan. Okay, go ahead.
But either one. But I can tell you it's a burner, but it is what it is.
We don't know.
So Luch had mentioned something, and then this person came in. I said, oh, Democrats, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, what's with Democrats? So clearly a Democrat. And so after that, Luch said something, and they were like, oh, but you just lost a watcher. That's why everybody talks shit about you. Oh my God. That was the end of that. I let loose. Again, it had nothing to do with that comment, but I was holding something in for so long because these pieces of shit come on my stream bothering me, and I know where it comes from. It comes from this fat ass. So that's why holding that in forever, she just fucking let me put it all out there.
You put
on a
Worm
silver-
Girl in a wormhole.
Pretty much. Yo, let me tell you, it was epic. It was epic. It was epic. So Luch, was that your burn? Of course it was.
I'll have to
course
go
it
back and watch it.
It was funny as hell. No, I'm telling you, it was epic. It was new fan. She was asking for credit card numbers. All right, so Michael, let's get off this topic. So rate it 1 to 10, and why would you get it?
The new one?
Yeah.
Okay, because it has a USB, I'm going to give this a 2.
Give this a 2.
Because if it didn't have the USB,
It
might
would be a 1.
It's going to get a big fat 0. But because
You're
of the
gonna
USB, and I think it's a USB 2.0, so I'm going to give it a 2.
Oh my God. There's no such a thing as a USB 2.0.
K2. Actually, I'm going to give it a K2.50.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Our next topic, which is something that Mike is very excited about. This is Mike's favorite collecting line, actually. He owns a lot of this product. So, Michael, tell us how you feel about this. You already mentioned the original one. You already mentioned that all they did was switch the eyes and you got the same figure. Obviously, this is a different expression, right? We get a slight open mouth, which is nothing, crazy, but this is how they changed the head sculpt. So now, what were you saying about the original release and now this being announced so quickly, right after the
like it's so quick, right? And I get why, right? Because they, after they got done with the 3,000 figures, they said, okay, put the regular eyeballs in the assembly line and let's run that extra 1,000 figures. So I get why it's done so quickly, but
they were made at the same time. They were made at the same time. I can guarantee you that.
Right. Hold it back a little. Like, I don't know, like I said, they couldn't wait 24 fucking hours, right? It wasn't even 24 fucking hours.
No, it was a couple of days, but yeah, you're right.
Holy
it's like they could have waited 24 hours. No, but I'm telling you, it was very unexpected. Again, it makes sense, right? Like I said, the figures were all made at the same time. All they had to do was literally pop the eyeballs in, and that made it completely different. And obviously, the head sculpt had to be tweaked when it was made for the open mouth, right? That's it. Outfit, same exact thing. Robe, same exact thing. Lightsaber, right? USB light up, same thing, just with the different set of blue. You're getting a red. You're not getting Dooku's lightsaber. So it's actually a more minimalist.
And really quick. How many Anakins, the original Anakin that was released like this, how many do you think was that was probably a pretty heavy release, right?
Well, no, that was a Toy Fair exclusive. Remember that?
No, was that the dark side? You're talking. The dark side was.
Yeah, correct.
But not the regular version.
No. Sorry, this is dark side though.
So I'm talking the original Anakin, sculpted hair, non-dark side was a regular release.
I believe so. Yeah, I think so.
Let's say there's 7,500 of those puppies out there, right?
Okay.
Then they did the sculpted hair dark side.
Right.
And how many was that? 3?
Well, it was a Toy Fair exclusive. I could tell you it was limited.
So there's 5,000, 3,000 to 5,000 of that one, right? And now they just released 4,000 more artisan versions. 1,000 have dark eyes, 3,000 don't, right? So the way I look at it, right, there's 15,000 sculpted, non-sculpted, artisan. It is because it's just slight variations on the same figure.
Correct.
They're all good figures. They're all good. It's just your preference, but there's a fucking shit ton of these figures out there now of the same figure. It's just not. It's cool. It's just not special.
So now, how are you clumping in the sculpted versions with the artisan version?
Because, again, for me, I would rather have the sculpted version all day long over the artisan.
I got you. Okay. So now, there's nothing appealing about this to you. There's nothing like that. You're like, oh man, that looks cool. That looks,
I mean,
appealing.
that base is pretty awesome. If you really
like the base, yeah.
No, I don't.
I was gonna say, I was like that. That's like
look at him get all excited, guys. He was like, "You like the base, really?"
Well, no, because that's like the one thing that I'm like, why did they even do that? You know what I mean? That's why I was like, you like that?
Come on, it's no artisan for me. It's like I said, all artisan is a sales ploy. It's not anything super deluxe that you're really trying to sell me. It's not. It's not. I don't believe it.
What
don't
what
believe it.
what would you want them to do differently regarding an artisan figure for you to be like, you know what, this is something that is worth my money now? Because the hair is not enough.
Again, I don't. That whole art. Look at that word. Just fucking pisses me off. It's not. Again, these head sculpts were already good, right? They were already artisan. These were already little works of art, little sculptures of art in my little heart, because I love these lifelike head sculpts. So I don't need you to put the word artisan on it to make it any more special, because I spend $300 to $400 freaking dollars on a toy almost every month and a half, right? So I don't need you to tell me it's more special by putting artisan on it. No.
Ernesto says, will May 4th will be the day to announce or PO on Darkseid Anakin? I don't think so. I think this is going to happen during the celebration, the Japan celebration stuff. I think that's where everything's going to be available. And I think there's a video out now actually with all the figures out. So they it's in, I don't know if it's China, I don't know if it's Hong Kong, but the video is in straight, Mandarin, and they have every single figure from Japan, all of them right in front of them. They open them right in front of everybody, and they have Anakin already ready to go. So the figures are ready to go. They're all out there. People are buying them already, right? So I don't think they're going to wait that far to put it out.
Really quick, you have the sculpted hair Anakin, right?
I have both. Yeah, Darkseid and
yeah. Did you put those next to each other yet?
Of course, I put them in the video next to each other.
I didn't see that. I gotta look at that video. I didn't see it.
Yep. They're the cool thing about this sculptor now is that you could actually put the hoodie on it, right? The artisan, you're not going to put the hoodie on the what do you call it? The hair. Exactly. So I have my sculpted with the hoodie on. This one obviously no hoodie on. But I did put them side by side, completely different size. Like I said, the head sculpt with the rolling eyes are bigger now. So that original one, it looks tiny, just like Moff Gideon compared to the artisan one, because again, naturally you just have to get bigger. So it is a nice figure. Articulation wise, the figure is amazing. That's why I said in the video, if you guys like posing, you're going to have a blast with those figures, because the amount of arm and shoulder turns and everything that you could, the movement on the body, incredible. You can't beat that. So that's what makes the figure, right, in that sense, right? It's a more articulatable body, right? The tailoring on the outfit is great. The tailoring
there's no one who sells hot toys better than fucking Fabs, right, guys? Like it's amazing they're not paying you. But I mean, really, sometimes the bullshit that comes out of your mouth is amazing.
But I'm telling you what I experienced having the figure.
Look, there's no way. I love you. There's no. I do. I want to preface.
I love you.
There's no way that figure is more. That body is that much more impressive than that first body.
1,000,000,000%. Absolutely, I'm telling you, that is one of the things that they have to. No, that is one of the things that they have to upgrade as the figures get better and more.
Okay. What did they upgrade? What is the upgraded part that is so fantastic?
Well, so I can tell you that if I were to do or try to do a certain pose, right? Because I'm going to give you an example. If you go to the original promo pictures of the original light side Anakin figure, right? You put that on your screen. Then you go and get the light side artisan figures, and just look at the poses. Just look at the poses of the of the original one and then the artisan version, and you're going to see that nowhere near you have the same poses, because you can't pull them off with the old body. You just can't. The shoulders don't rotate that way.
Give me those figures. I'll show you that's not true.
He said, "Give me those figures."
Okay, drop them off on my front porch like you do, and then I'm gonna.
He's like you do. Oh my god, this guy. Tony Stark artisan Mike.
No
Would
way.
you buy? That's a good one. So guys, everybody here knows Mike is a hardcore Iron Man fan, right? He's an Iron Man collector. He has pretty much every single one. Now, if they decided to make an artisan Tony Stark, would you buy it?
No, because I don't like the wool hair or doll hair. I don't like real hair on my figures. I don't like that. I would far prefer sculpted hair every single time. And that's how it used to be, right? If there was an option between a sculpted and a non-sculpted, I would always elect to get the sculpted. On female figures, that goes for look at every figure. I want all my female hair sculpted. I want my guy's hair sculpted. It's perfect. It's in the perfect position, sculpted. It's what it's supposed to be. These are little sculptures, guys. Okay. When Michelangelo sculpted was David, did he go put pubic hair on the balls and that? No, you didn't need to artisan that up. It was perfect the way it was.
He didn't need to artisan that up.
I want my little sculptures, my little works of art to have zero hair.
No respect. So Bob says the eye color is so embarrassing. I truthfully can't believe they put this out there. So Bob has an issue with the color.
I saw it. They fucked it up. It's supposed to be yellow, not orange.
Right. That's what he said. So he pointed out that the
He's
figure,
right.
at least the and he actually.
But let me say this: where like people are getting crazy though is that yes, there probably are yellow eyes, but when you're like looking at a bunch of lava, it's probably glowing orange, right? You're probably going to get that orange effect. And that's probably why they maybe went with that color because, when he's surrounded in that lava planet, there's probably an orange tint to them. So I'm okay with either.
But remember that this scene here, this was not in the lava pit. You know what I mean? So his eyes turned red. His eyes turned red before, turned before. But
right,
the problem
I get what you're saying. Right before he went to the
So think about this. So Bob's issue is this is movie accurate, right? The yellowish, as you can see, looks like flame coming out of the eye. Here it's more like he's saying more orange. Now, like I told you in the private chat, guys, the problem is that this is a shortcut, right? This is what they did to, again, maximize profit. They made 1 billion of the Darth Maul eyes because they knew that they were going to use them again on this figure. Now, why would they have to remake a different eye when the whole point is to show you Sith eyes, right? That's why they don't bother. That's why they're not going to try to go, 1000% bull sweat accurate. Like I always tell you guys, right? They get the point across. It's not going to be 99.9% movie accurate like it tends to be. So if that's the case, it's clear. It's been happening forever. Are you not going to buy it because of the eyes? Then that's up to you, right? If you think the eyes are such a deal breaker, then the figure is not for you. Again, as you can see, it is not movie accurate by any means as you're looking at it right now. So it comes down to, do you want movie accuracy or do you want the figure?
But it should be. Let's be honest, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Kind of fucked it up, to be honest.
Absolutely. But again, this is your mainstream 1/6 scale release, right? This is not a custom. This is not this as a figure overall, it is movie accurate. Now, if you want to get into specific details of the figure, you will find out that it is never movie accurate. That's why I think it's stupid how people go, oh, well, he didn't have that there, so the figure sucks. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Same thing. The issue with my friend with the wrapped Jack Sparrow, paint that they didn't do on the hands. What are you talking about? What is that going to do for the figure or not do for the figure? Nothing. That's another thing. I made my Jack Sparrow videos ready to drop next week. Let me tell you guys something. The hands, when you have the figure in hand, the fact that the straps are not painted between the fingers, it doesn't matter. You don't see it. It doesn't affect the figure. You don't notice it. The wraps that he's got around his hands take away everything, right? That's all you see is the wrap, the bright, colorful wrap. So you're not looking for a brown strap. And on the side of the hand, you see the strap here too, right? You see the brown, and that's it. It's nothing in between the fingers. The figure is perfect.
Okay. It's not perfect. It's not. They fucked it up. No. It's not a big deal, but they fucked it up.
No, it's not a big deal. And I could tell you, from the prototype, they showed you that they were not painting anything. So anybody complaining about the hands not being painted is their own problem, because Hot Toys showed you from the prototypes we're not painting shit. So you can sit there and say, well, they did it for the DX15, they did it for the DX06, they messed up, they didn't do it for this one. You could say that, but they showed you in the prototype we're not painting shit. So now that's up to you to get upset about it and say they messed it up.
How many people are really like looking at the hands in the prototype? Like I barely look at these prototype. I don't sit there and examine them up and down. So like if I got it in and I saw that it just wasn't done, I'd be annoyed. I'd be honest. I'd be annoyed. And look, I think this is big enough for hardcore Star Wars fans, for my Brandalorian. I'm sure this might bug him a little bit deep inside. This might.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't think so? You don't think it bugs Brandon? Brandon, does it bug you?
Brandon, first of all, Brandon's not here, and number two, Brandon will be lucky to even get this figure. I don't even think he's looking for this. So I don't
get
know.
This figure. Come on.
I don't think so. I'm telling you, I can tell you he didn't get the first one. So if he didn't get the first one, I doubt he's going to get this one.
Was he collecting or with the?
No, he's collecting. He's collecting, but he's not. He's not buying just everything. I call BS as soon as Artisan drops, Mike, your inner collector will produce love at first sight. You will dopo. He doesn't understand. That's a reach, Mike.
What?
Big does Anakin Skywalker was smoking that good Spice Runners. Fabs, just do it justice and get the custom eyes from OTC. Oh, he's got them.
Someone's gonna make some money.
He's got them. Let me show me. Bob, I want to see them. Blinken says Hot Toys knows these will sell out regardless. Thank you. That's it. It's they don't need to. And I keep telling you guys all the time, when it comes to 1/6 scale, Hot Toys is mainstream, right? They're not looking to give you a 1,000,000,000% ball sweat accurate figure. They're not looking to give you a customized, very, very perfect to the T, figure. No, they're not. If that's what you're looking for, Hot Toys is not for you. Okay. And you could say, well, we pay enough to get fine, but they're not making it. So clearly they don't care.
Some crazy shit tonight.
What do you mean? Like what?
You repeat what you just said?
About what? Which one? Which part?
You just said Hot Toys does not make realistic.
No, I didn't say that. I said movie accurate in the sense of, like, for example, I'm going to give you an example. The eyes right now.
Yeah, but this is their one fuck up. They're very accurate when it comes to movie accuracy.
No, not necessarily. Again, Jack Sparrow, right? I had the issue with the guy complaining about the hands.
Out of 1,500 figures, we're talking about 2 instances. They're usually very good about it.
They're usually very good about it to a certain extent. If you go look at every single figure that Hot Toys has ever made, you can find that not every figure is 100% accurate, which is what people are expecting from Hot Toys. Is the point? Not that they're not accurate. No, what I'm saying
people
is they're never
movie accuracy. Agreed.
They're expecting 100% accurate. Again, example: the eyes and Jack Sparrow, the hands. The figure doesn't need to be. The hands don't need to be painted. That figure is perfect, but people are looking for that 100% accuracy that they saw in the movie. If we're talking about accuracy and the prototype is showing you that they're not painting shit, how can you expect the movie, the
what
figure?
If they release another 1,000 and they call it the yellow-eyed version?
The yellow-eyed version. They could come out with, I talked about this yesterday. They could come out with a battle damage Anakin too. You know what I mean? To maximize profit. I hope everybody will not buy this figure because of whatever reason more for yours truly. Yeah, this is going to get crazy.
I'm going to tell you this, guys. These will not. I really do believe this. These will not stay at $1,000 over. At $1,000 aftermarket, they won't.
We'll see. Well, I mean,
exactly. You can't say shit now because we're in the FOMO hype of it.
Right. It's too early. It's too early. Right.
You got to wait a year to see who's going to be right on this. You think a year? You don't even think like a few months? I think you got to wait a year.
Yeah.
I think you get away a year.
I was gonna say about 6 months you kind of start gauging like where it's at.
Agreed. But it's got like 6 months is like the earliest that you start to get a gauge of
Right.
where the aftermarket starts to settle.
Yeah,
But
a
you need
year. A year is like when it's settled in the market.
Well, you know why you need a year? Because like that's when the next kind of like batch of figures come out, and then people start to like want the newest thing, and then they forget about the old toy that or the new toy that they had, and that's what you got to let like settle into the market. You got to let the new toys come in, the new properties come in, and then people get bored, and then the true people who settle in on these things level out the market basically.
That is very true. That is 100% true. So it makes sense why. Oh, I did see them. I gotcha. I did see them. They do look nice, though. That yellowish does look nice.
Which one do you like better, the orange or the yellow?
I mean, the yellow's more realistic, though. Let me show you.
I don't mind the orange, to be honest, but I think I do like the yellow better.
Let me pull it up real quick so you guys can see. For those who haven't seen it. Here we go. Yeah, this guy makes cool stuff. Here it is. Let me say hello to Aaron. Aaron, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello!
Hey, Fabs. Wondering if you went over Sideshow's only 6% tariffs news. I called it. I knew we would never see 600 figures being the norm. Yeah, no, I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But yes, you're right. They posted a message talking about how they're going to be charging 6%, which again, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. If you're going to keep collecting, you're going to keep collecting whether the tariffs are affecting you or not, right? Obviously, if you don't have it like that, then you're going to slow down or stop. But if you're going to keep collecting, you're going to keep collecting. So here it is, guys. As you can see, very different than what Hot Toys made. You can see more yellow. You see more texture around the redness of the outside the eye, right? Outside the pupil. And again, it looks more accurate, right? More movie accurate because of the yellow, right? Not so much orange on it. So it does look great. It looks very good. I did see it before. I don't know how much is he selling them for, Bob? Do you know? They're right here. Look at that.
What's a set of these yellow eyeballs going for?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what he's selling. He doesn't say. He doesn't say, but it would be great to own. It would be great to own. So, Bob, look what they did with the Christian Bale. Look how badass that looks. That looks sick. See, look at that.
They all look like fucking vampires.
No, that's what I'm saying, but that looks different. That looks awesome. You could do a custom of like, a figure like that. Look what he did to these eyes.
That's cool.
That's sick. Rudy, are you buying? Oh, I think 60. Look at that. All right. Where do you order them, Bob? I want to place an order for a set. I've never ordered from this guy before, so I don't know anything about it. These eyes look beautiful. Rudy, are you paying attention? Look at that. That looks 3D printed. Am I bugging?
Of course, that's probably 3D printed, right? And then he just touches them up.
That looks crazy, man. Look at that.
Everything's 3D printed these days.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so again, we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. And then, like I said, like Aaron said, we're gonna get into some quick tariff news real quick, and then we're out of here, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Let's see. Let's get into it. So another thing before we start, before I get into this, one image for those, spoiler alert. So this was part of the last trailer of the Andor figure. Remember that during the Obi-Wan figure, the Obi-Wan series, the Obi-Wan show, they also showed a Darth Vader with a throne that I said, oh, that's coming. Here's another throne, okay? Clearly, they've been teasing thrones. They've been talking about thrones. They've been showing us thrones, right? As you can see, they didn't do it for Obi-Wan. Do not sleep on this throne. I'm going to tell you why. Now, thinking back and looking back at what they did with Darth Vader for the Obi-Wan show, right? If you pay attention to what they did, what did they do? They pretty much gave us two figures in one, right? They gave us one Darth Vader, full clean, And then alternate look was full battle damage with Hayden's face, coming out of it, right? So 2 figures in one. To me, that makes sense why they didn't bother doing the throne for that show. Now, how many Darth Vaders have we gotten in the past year? So we got the one from Obi-Wan. We got Return of the Jedi 40th, right? Now we got this Japan exclusive repaint, right? So we can sit there and say, are they going to make a Darth Vader for Andor? They don't have to. They don't have to. But you're going to tell me that they're not going to make that money having all of these parts laying around for the past 3 figures that they just did? Labeled Andor? Absolutely. You're going to have Cassian. You're going to have K2SO. You're going to have Darth Vader and whatever troopers they're going to make, because you're going to get troopers, right? We're always going to get troopers. So to make it appealing, because again, who's going to buy every single Darth Vader besides me? Obviously you got Darth Vader fans. Some people do buy every single Darth Vader, right? I buy every single Darth. Ever since I got really into it, right? I missed a New Hope Darth Vader, which I don't have. I've missed a couple, right? But
You
now
don't have New Hope Darth Vader?
Never bought it.
Do you collect?
So the fact that we've gotten, again, so many different Darth Vaders so quickly, they have to make this Darth Vader more appealing. How do they do that? You're not going to get a Hayden head sculpt. You're not going to get the original head sculpt. You're not going to get a head sculpt. You're going to get another Vader, your typical Vader, light up function, most likely USB. But what else can they give you for you not to be like, man, another Vader? I already got it. I don't need another one. They have to give you a throne. Because once you get a throne, then you can justify, well, every other Darth Vader doesn't have a throne. I need a throne. So what does that mean for the figure? If they decide to do a throne, what does that mean for the figure as a figure? Updated body, because now the figure's got to be able to sit, right? Updated material for the suit, because the figure's got to be able to sit. So the articulation's got to be different. It's got to be way better. The body's got to be updated to be able to make it sit. The rigidity of the outfit, because remember that leatherish outfit, right? That pleatherish outfit's kind of puffy. So articulation's never great with Darth Vader. So they have to figure that out. They have to update all of that to make it sit. So by updating the figure, updating the body, obviously the panels are going to be the exact same thing. Same paint, same everything, same light up effects, same light up function. But the body, to make it sit, has to be different. When have you ever seen a Darth Vader figure made that is meant to sit?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Never happened, never been made. We've seen Darth Vader sitting plenty. Obi-Wan, he was sitting. Movies has been sitting. How come we haven't got one sitting yet? If you try to sit any Darth Vader that you own, good luck if you don't break the figure. They're not meant to sit at all. So that's what they have to do. That's why they have to update something. That's why they have to give us a slightly different product in that way. Right? If they're going to give us most likely a collector's edition and a deluxe edition, right? So the deluxe is going to come with the throne, and it doesn't mean that you have to put him on the throne. Doesn't mean you have to sit him on the throne, but you're going to be able to sit him on the throne if you decide to do so, right? If you want him standing, and he's going to be fine standing, but they have to do something to the figure to make you say, you know what? This is different than the Obi-Wan. I need it. This is different than the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary. I need it, right? So they have to do something to make it more appealing. Because if everybody had Mike's mentality of everything's the same, guess what? Nobody would buy anything. Which, to a certain extent, specifically Darth Vader has always been the same thing. Return of the Jedi Darth Vader, what makes it different? The head sculpt, right? It comes with the actor's head sculpt. It comes with the electrocuted effect. The helmet and the...
Okay, hold on, man. Stop, but if everyone had every single Darth Vader that came out, you're either a diehard Darth Vader fan or an asshole. Because that display is going to look ridiculous.
Well,
with how many Vaders came out.
Well, what makes you think that you're going to have them displayed together? You're not.
But again, I would assume, right? Us lunatics are in that very rare air of having collections of our size, right? The normal collection is not going to have all those Vaders. I'm sorry, you're not going to have all those. There's too many. They released too many Vaders. There's too many. I mean, what's the number? Do you know what the number is?
Of total?
Is it 10? I bet you it's close to 10.
It's got to be around. It's at least. I can tell you, it's at least 5. Okay.
There's New Hope.
It's a New Hope, right?
There's
Rogue One.
one for Rogue One.
There is 40th anniversary.
One for Empire. There's one for Return.
Mm-hmm.
There's then how many battle damage ones? 3?
Just the Obi-Wan? No, just the Obi-Wan.
What do you mean? Stop. They came out with multiple different battle damaged Vaders. Remember? Because you were pissed about it. They were doing different levels of battle damage, different degrees of damage.
Oh, so you're talking about the one that's not out yet. You're talking about the ones that pre-order yet. Yeah. So they did a full battle damage one, correct?
So right. So what was it? 3 levels of damage or just 2?
Well, so they did. The Obi-Wan was clean and battle damage, and then after that one they did it worse.
Battle damage.
Correct.
Okay, so right. So my mind's right. There's fucking 3 of that one alone.
Well, no. So the Obi-Wan skew, right? The Obi-Wan skew is one figure with 2 alternate looks. It's one figure, but 2 alternate looks. Then the Rogue One is one figure. Then the A New Hope is one figure. Then everything else you mentioned is one figure.
So
but the battle damage is 2. Is Obi-Wan and then the full battle damage.
Okay, so that's 6.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's at least 5.
I mean, yeah, it's just 2. It's just
It's
and look at the differences between, again, New Hope, and I can't even tell you, to be honest, like the difference between. I mean, I think New Hope had the biggest difference because there was something, if I'm not mistaken, with the faceplate and the colors, but again, you'll never see the color differences. Like one had like a red or green button compared to a blue button. You know what I mean? Like
correct.
Which you would only see if your ship's powered on anyways.
Correct. I think that was Rogue One, believe it or not. I think Rogue One.
To me, Rogue One was, I almost felt like, and that's the one I don't have, but like that was like the clean version of the suit.
That was
the most.
That was one of the most popular, best-selling Darth Vaders ever by Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Again, from years ago. Now, obviously, the new ones are more expensive.
But my favorite suits are actually are the New Hope suit and Empire. Those are the 2 that I have.
Oh,
and
look
I have
at this.
Return. I have the 3 trilogy Vaders.
Look at this.
11 Vaders.
I didn't even know that.
Well, because we're forgetting about the red and blue Goofy Vader that just came out.
Well, no, that's not. We're not even including that one. We're talking about.
He is. He has to be.
Oh well, no. Yes. With those 11, yes. But I'm saying what we were talking about. So
come on. Now that we've just confirmed that there's 11 fucking Vaders, isn't that just crazy? Isn't that just too much Vader? It's just too much.
But think about it. We're talking about 11 Vaders that were made in about 20 years, Mike.
I don't give a shit.
They weren't out last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Too many. It's too many. To have 11 Vaders and just getting one Cassian, it's just too many. Like, again, I understand Vader's popular. I get it.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That's exactly why.
No, it's just a lot. It's a lot. Especially
Mitchell.
It's a lot.
Mitchell, how are you, my friend?
Hello!
There's 46 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. How many likes do I got, Ernesto or Thule? If you're in here, let me know how many likes, because we got 46 garlics in here. From Kenobi series, there is regular Vader and deluxe Vader. Correct.
Wait, just so I have this right. So there's a regular, a deluxe, and then there's another version that's like the super battle damage, right? So there's
No. You're confusing everything.
Okay,
so
I'm getting that wrong.
Here's the thing. All right. So from the show Obi-Wan, right?
Right.
It was 3 SKUs for the same figure.
Three SKUs for the same
So
figure.
your standard was the battle damage one.
But you're not counting that as 3 figures?
No, because it's 1 SKU. So how are you getting 3 figures?
I thought you said it was 3 SKUs.
No. It's 1 SKU, right? So you got collector's edition, you got deluxe, and then you got deluxe special edition. That's what you had for the same figure.
Same figure. I got you. Same figure, different.
Correct. Different. Right. So different versions of the same figure. So now
I got
your standard figure was what? Your standard figure was the battle damage. Then the deluxe was battle damage with the clean stuff with it. And then the special edition was everything else plus something else. So it was the same
with the sculpted cape.
That was the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary that just came out.
But wasn't that battle damage? Or am I crazy?
Not at all. He was fully clean with the electrocuted.
Just too many Vaders.
No, there's a lot. Again, I don't even have that many. I have 2 Obi-Wan. I have the 40th. I have Rogue One, and I have one from Sideshow. And that's it for Vaders. I don't have any more Vaders. So I have about 5 total. So I'm missing a bunch. Again, I wasn't collecting Vaders like that back then. You know, I would never now. The cool thing about the New Hope Vader is it's got a talking box, so it's got a sound effect box in it, right? I would love it for that reason. It is not super expensive right now. It is not by any means, so I could get it at any moment. The thing is, why would I go backwards for that now when I know the new ones are?
It's weird that you don't go back. Like I was hot and heavy, I would go back, no problem.
I go back. I'm not saying I don't go back. I go back, but
you don't go back as much as I would think someone collecting at the level that you do. You don't go back
because I got 99% of the stuff from back then that I really care for. And like, for example, and I know where you're headed with this. For example, Jor-El was one figure that I couldn't touch because it was over $500 at that time when I was just, getting started. So I was like, absolutely not. The Godfather, another figure over $500 at the time. I never bought it from Hot Toys. I could easily go back, but I bought the damn toys, 2 of those, and then one with a different look. Why would I go backwards for that now?
New Hope Vader. I can't believe you don't have New Hope Vader. That shocks the shit out of me.
A New Hope Vader. I think, I'm going to tell you what happened.
That's the first Darth Vader. That's the first one.
No, but I'm going to tell you what happened. I think what happened was, and the reason why I don't have it is because when I bought the Sideshow one with the head sculpt, I thought
that was it.
That it was Hot Toys. No, I thought that it was Hot Toys because remember that was happening. Remember that was happening in the beginning. Everybody thought that, not everybody, whoever was in was confused.
Right, you thought it was Hot Toys and Sideshow were the same.
I thought it was the same thing. So I said, not the same thing. I thought what I was looking at was Hot Toys being sold on Sideshow. So I was like, yo, this one doesn't have a head sculpt. This one does. Let me get it. So I thought I was getting the better one because of the head sculpt. So that's why I never bought the other one, because I'm like, I got the better one. I don't need it. And now, like I said, I could go back right now. I could order it, put it on paying for, and I'm done. But it's just, do I really need it? And I do need it because for my A New Hope shelves, which I have 2, it is necessary to go there. But it is not that serious for me. Again, can I get it? Absolutely. But it's not that serious. Guys, there's 47 of you guys in here and 38 likes. Please hit that like button. Let's get to 45 likes before we get out of here. Keep track of them for me, Thule, or anybody, please. Guys, hit that like button. There's 48 of you guys here. Let me know when we get to at least 45, Thule, please. And then we'll continue with the last topic, and then we'll get out of here. There's 49 of you guys here. Please hit that like button, guys, so we can get out of here after this tariff talk. because it is important, at least from people who buy from Sideshow. Check your chat. I will in a second. All right, so guys, hit that like button. There's 49. We'll continue when we hit at least 45.
So this is your new move. You freeze the show until you get ransom likes.
Oh, look at this guy. What is it? Is this New Hope, Michael?
Which one?
I might be able to get my hands on this one. Oh, absolutely, Michael. Absolutely, Michael. Absolutely, Michael. Absolutely, Michael. Absolutely, Michael. Absolutely, Michael. Yes, all day. Yes, Michael. So, 38 likes. How many likes? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Hit that like button, guys. There's only 38, and then there's 49 of you guys in here. Absolutely not happening. Let's go. Yes, Michael, this is my new thing. If you're here watching, you're supposed to be here supporting, so hit the like button. If you're not here to support, please kindly get the fuck out.
Well, you're doing ransom likes. I'm gonna show. I'll take this moment to do my art show. Oh, look! I got glare on this. Look at this.
Oh, Omega Red and who?
Wolverine.
I can't see Wolverine. Oh, I see the claw. I don't see Wolverine.
I got glare on it because it's in plastic.
No, but I see Omega Red. I just don't see Wolverine's face at
Yeah,
all.
I
Anyway.
right
Oh,
now.
there it is. I see it. I see the mask. He's all black. That's why. Yeah, I see him. That's a bad. How much is that? 5,000 million?
No, but this is by what's it? Nick Bradshaw.
No. He said no.
This guy is like he does such good work, man.
Let's go, guys. 6 more likes, and we'll continue with the last topic.
Give Fabs his likes, guys. Come on.
Let's hit that like button, guys. Let's go.
What else do I got around here?
Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let's go.
You want to see something fucking sick?
Yeah, let's go. Let's see. That's sick. That's Matt Gargan Venom.
No, but
no.
If anyone knows comics, this just came out this like past week or two. This comic.
That's right. I thought it was that symbol from that.
This one is fucking sick.
That's beautiful. That looks just like the figure we just got from the video game with the symbiotes on the back.
DK Ruan did this one. Amazing.
That's a beautiful picture. Look at that. They all left, so they didn't have to hit the like button. A bunch of pieces of garlic shit. So there's only 41 watching. There's only 41 watching. See how they rather leave instead of hitting the like button? Good. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck every time. Every stream, guys, get used to it because it's gonna happen every stream.
The haters come back in for you.
No, this is what they do. They leave. They leave so they don't have to hit the like button, and then when I continue, then they come back. And they come back, and because I'm mid conversation, they think I'm not gonna stop. Let's go. 43 in here. We should have 43 likes. Let's go.
Hold on. Did I hit the like? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Let's go. 43 likes, and we'll continue. Let's go, guys. Let's go. 43 likes. Let's go. You bums. You garlic smelly bums. You homeless fucks. Fabi is like an Iranian Mike is in the U.S. This guy. You can't say those things on YouTube, you bum. I did like. Thank you, my friend. All right, so it looks like we got 40, 41. See? Leave. Everybody.
You got 40.
All right. So, guys, as you can see here, we got some tariff information from Sideshow. It says here, right? The main thing is like Aaron mentioned, right, the 6%, which it is stated right here, right? So it says here, to offset the portion of these new fees, a tariff impact fee will be added to products that ship from the factory during the tariff period. It is our goal and intention to keep this fee at the smallest possible amount to best support the collecting community, right? Because they don't want to not get any business. Based on current conditions, we anticipate this fee to be 6%. Right? So expect this on any figure. Again, we talked about it. It's not going to be expensive, right? Like I mentioned, $20, $30, again, depending on what it is, right? It's not going to be a killer. They can't try to, even if Hot Toy, the U.S. Imposes 125% tariffs on China stuff, right? They're not going to put that on us. They can't, or they know that nobody's going to buy anything. It's that simple. You think that you're going to put that on us? We're not going to buy nothing. So they have to absorb some of that to hope to make some money, because remember, they're already marked up their figures enough to make a profit. So they're eating some of that to hope to still get some sales, which is the smartest thing they can do, right? They're not going to eat it all because that affects them more. So they'll put some on us, some on them, with, again, to make it seem and make it look fair, which it has to be, or else nobody's buying shit. What do you think, Michael?
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm all for it, man, to be quite honest. I'm all for this. There's going to be pain that comes with it, and it's not going to be awful. What's 5-6%, yeah? But
now, Michael, this is going to be a fun topic for you. So, as somebody who makes fun of tax and shipping from Sideshow,
I do.
How are you going to bypass the 6% when you don't order from Sideshow?
Well, I haven't gotten hit with a tariff yet, right? So
Right.
I can't speak to it yet. It hasn't hit me. I haven't seen it. I hear rumblings and talks about it, but
Right.
I haven't seen it actually happen yet. So I hope that this all gets, we win the trade war, and this all gets worked out before it hits. Because let me tell you, the way that we're hitting China, they can't keep this up for long. This is
absolutely correct. That's what I'm saying.
They can't, right? Look at our economy gobbles up everything that they make, and they cannot. What was it? What did they say it was? The reciprocal tariff was like 167, percent or something. It was because it's just tick for tack. They increase it, we increase it. You're not gonna win. Every time you increase it, we're going to re-increase it.
It's gonna be a tit for tat, back and forth, and it's got to get to a place where it's like, we got to sit down and talk about this.
Exactly. And honestly, you know what? Look, I have enough hot toys, so you know what I mean. If I have to forego my Deadpool figures that I just ordered because of a tariff, so be it. I won't look at. If I found out there was where would it really impact me if the figure was? I look at it like this: 6%. Let's say that's 6%. I would expect the retailer to shift that between both of us. You eat 3, I eat 3. Okay, I'd be okay with that, right? Because we pay here in New York, we pay 9%. Let's call it 9. 8.65, but we pay 9% sales tax in New York here, right? So 3% is not bad at all.
At all. Yeah, it's not bad at all, guys.
So 10%, 15%, 20%. That's where I'm gonna bitch.
Right. No, it's gonna get crazy. I mean, again, nothing has happened yet. We don't know where this is headed, but it can't stay crazy. It doesn't make sense to be crazy. And the reason it's happening is because China has been taking advantage of everybody.
They're gonna get buried. They're gonna it's been going on too long. They steal everything.
Yep. The IPs from everybody.
Shit.
Yep.
Now we're getting a little political, but whatever. They steal everyone's shit. They steal everyone's ideas. If you go and try to make a spinner in China, they're going to steal that design, and you're going to have 5 ripoffs on Amazon before the end of the week. That is just
on
how it works.
On Temu.
And and people take the risk because you go over there because you make it for a nickel. Because if you made it over here, it's $500.
Correct. Correct.
You look at it like, well, they're going to steal it. I'm going to lose 30% of my sales, but because it's so damn cheap, it's a cost of doing business, sadly.
Correct.
But it shouldn't be that way. In the end of the day, it should not at all be that way.
Correct. Guys, there's 45 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button. How many likes do I have? Somebody tell me. There's 45 in here. Better have 45 likes. That's all I need to say. 45
likes.
It's
going on too long. It's got to stop. I mean, didn't their markets have been tanking pretty bad?
Well, ever since Trump started doing that to them, they have.
And their real estate market has been tanking. I think I saw on a video.
That's another one too. Guys, that's 45 of you guys here. Please hit that like button. Guys, let me know how many likes we got. We should have at least 40.
Where am I?
We should got 40. We should have 45 right now.
You have 41.
Let's go, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, you garlic peasants. So yeah, so again, nothing has happened yet. These are just, obviously, warnings. Because they have to expect something until everything's completely dead, right? Companies have to set themselves up to expect something to change. But again, hopefully we don't get to where it's out of control. Hopefully it'll end before it begins. Hopefully, they'll come to an agreement where, it's fair for everybody and we can end all this.
As an American, I am willing to give up collecting hot toys to win the trade war.
I said the same thing. I said the same. What's happening with the tariffs is bigger than us. It's bigger than our toys. It's bigger than no. I'm
not shitting you. Yeah.
No. I said that yesterday. Okay. I said that yesterday. I said this is bigger than us. Whatever. If and what did I say? If we have to stop for a little bit, I'm cool. What do? We save money. You know what I mean? Really. Yo, that's there's no problem. There's no problem. Like I will always buy. I will continue to buy. Obviously as long as it's affordable. But if I can't, because it's too out of control, what am I going to do? Stop. That's why. And another point that I made yesterday was, guys, there's 46 of you guys here. Please hit that like button. Let me know how many likes I got, guys. One thing I said was, I'm in charge of my collecting right now, right? If I decide to stop collecting right now, I can say I am done right now. I'm in charge. But if I have to stop due to outside circumstances, which is exactly what I said yesterday, what am I going to do? There's nothing I can do. If everything's super expensive where it's like, it's not even worth it anymore, what am I going to do? Got to stop. Until either they fix it or you just stop forever and get into, cheaper stuff if there's such a thing.
I don't think it gets there for you. Like, I think you would absorb a 20% increase all day and keep collecting. I think you would.
Say it again.
I said it. Like, if figure prices went up by 20%, I think you would absorb that. I think you would still collect even if prices went up 20%. I think because again, you're very passionate about the hobby. You love it. I don't think 20% would stop you. Correct.
To a certain extent, depending on what the figure is.
Let's just talk about what that is, right? So on a $300 figure, that's $60.
Right.
$60 more. So basically, all figures would essentially become $400 plus figures. Correct. That hurts. Ooh.
No, that's what I said. It's gonna suck if it gets crazy, right? Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll everything will get fixed up. Guys, there's 50 of you guys in there. Please hit that like button. I am not moving until we get 48 likes. Fabs would eat that 6. Yeah, no, again, depending on the figure.
Guys, it's a mercy liking for me. Come on.
It's a mercy. It's just, it is very difficult when you love something so much, when you like a product so much, when you like the character so much, and it's like, man, only because of money I can't buy this. That's what sucks.
Where it would hurt actually, like if all this came to fruition, like right when X-Men, it came out, right? Like let's say it all timed up where the new X-Men movie was coming out and the trade war wasn't resolved, and it just like blew up right then.
Right.
And now these figures literally go up 30% overnight. It's like, yeah, that would hurt. Because you want to get the new things from the new movie, but...
Correct.
Oof.
Sean says, in 1 week, China lost 38% of the average product orders. That means they lost more than the USA consumer. As China claims USA is only 15% of their economy, but I wonder if China lied. Absolutely. Absolutely, they lied. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you, hey, US, you're really fucking me. You're really affecting us. They would never say that.
Every word out of their mouth is a lie. You know what I mean? What don't they lie about?
Exactly. Back in 2000, I was hired at the West Coast Port of Entry. Amazingly, I wasn't laid off during the recession in 2009. We had very little imports come in, and almost 20 years later. Look at that. We are once again importing less. Hard times are afoot, Fabi. Look at that. Look at that. You're importing less. So we'll see. I mean, obviously. Yeah, we'll see. All right, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.